Anyways, are we recording?
Yeah.
Can we do an intro, please?
We can do an intro because, like, the YouTubes are. I don't think we can start how we just started.
Exactly.
Either way, let's get the intro going.
Like Zoe, mama, I go relentless. What up, Zoe? Relentless. What up, Zoe? Relentless. Shut the fuck up, Clyde. Except Trey. They're relentless.
Did you do something different with that intro this time, or is it the same?
No, it's the same. New drops will be coming though. Don't worry.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna be mixing it up.
What do you have in the cut?
You'll see. You're gonna see.
Oh, okay, my fault.
It's like topics, you know. Like you'll see when we press record.
Okay, got it. All right, everyone.
We had a fire pre-pod.
We did have a pre-pod. Cannot be said on the live pod.
That's what the real podcast is.
Yeah, that's what the real podcast happens when we're getting ready and setting up. But
We'll save that podcast for Kick.
or for Rumble. For Rumble, we'll stream on Rumble.
Anyways, welcome to episode 5 of the Relentless Diaries. I'm your main host. Shout out J.Cole.
God damn.
Yeah, you better shout him out.
We'll talk about all the hate.
So they can get off you. What's his fan base called? The Dreamers?
Is that what they're called?
I don't know. I just feel like that would make sense.
No, that's
No,
Meek
that's
Mill's
Meek.
fan base.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
The Dreamers, yeah.
Dreamers.
I feel like they'd be the Dreamers.
maybe.
J.
Anyways,
Cole's fan base is very specific, yeah, and they don't seem like an angry bunch, but somehow Zoe managed to
listen. Okay.
hit that hornet's nest, man.
Coal miners.
Oh, like,
You have more? I feel like you have like a list of
yeah, you have more.
I
Like,
think off the top of my head.
coming off the top next to the coal miners.
The J Cats.
No, I don't like that one.
All right, the first 3 were good.
Bomb. I like the Dreamers and the coal miners.
I feel like one of those two.
One of those two hit.
Coal Miners is hilarious.
But I mean, I didn't mean to piss off J. Cole fans. I did, but it's funny because all the J. Cole fans that I pissed off were proving my exact point, right? The reason why, right, and we'll just get into this just off rip, just because it's fresh. The reason why I said that, if a man says that his favorite artist is J. Cole, why that's a red. First of all, I didn't say deal breaker. I said red flag. You can overlook red flags sometimes. Sometimes red flags are not that deep. It's not like, you know, like, oh, he jerked off in a restaurant. Like, that's a huge red flag. Or, like, you know, like, he licked his fingers. Like, to me, that's also a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Licking your fingers?
That's disgusting. That's a red flag.
Like, just
sure.
in general.
Like, if we're eating at a
finishing a pound
restaurant,
of
like,
wings.
yeah, like, yeah. It's an ick and a red flag.
Yeah,
because,
that's kinda crazy.
But I can overlook it. I can definitely overlook the J. Cole red flag. But to me, it's like, J. Cole, why are you not?
Licking your fingers is crazy.
Being out to eat and going is hilarious. Just use a napkin.
But I know people, like, not friends, but like, I just know I've been out to eat and people genuinely lick their fingers.
I don't think
like,
I've
to
licked
this
my
day.
fingers in 15 years.
People definitely do it. But regardless, I'm just saying, those are like overlookable red flags, like little like icks, right? The J. Cole thing to me is definitely a red flag because, as I said in the comments, and I've been told by the team I have to stop.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're arguing back and forth with the Relentless Diaries podcast, it is not me or Clyde.
Don't say that.
It's not. They need to know.
It needs to be.
I mean, it's not like they knew, you know?
It needs
like,
to be, like, you know, it needs to be some, like, mystery.
I don't think it was a mystery.
Anyways, whatever. So, as I explained in the comments, and I will not be doing that any longer unless it's on my personal account. I've been told I'm no longer allowed to go back
we
and
locked
forth.
her out of the company account, guys.
Change the
Don't worry.
password.
You guys are safe in the comment section now.
I'm no longer allowed to go back and forth. I'm allowed to, like, laugh and, like, engage, but I'm not allowed to argue anymore.
Go back and forth on your personal account.
Fine.
Get somebody else to do it.
Get an intern or something, yeah. Like you got
Anyways.
bigger fish to fry, Zoe.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Who didn't? Me?
Us.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You guys go. Fine. Fuck, man. You're really my flow. Go.
You can't do that. You have to let the people know who you are. If
Okay,
this is
yeah,
their-
I said
for
I'm the main
first-time
host.
listeners. No, you didn't.
I tried. Oh, my
For
God.
the first time, we're going to JBP.
Yeah, for the first time. Listen. Anyways.
Here with my nearest and dearest friends.
Everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Relentless Diaries. If you're new here, I'm your main host, Zoe. I do like J. Cole. That is my intro for today. You two go.
What's goody in the hoodie like A Boogie? It's your boy Chizor, a.k.a. Poppy Trey, the Toronto Tiller, president of Faithful Black Men Association. Don't chase me, chase your dreams.
You heard? You know, That podcaster, rapper, actor, but make the money come faster. Clyde Smitty, you know. Yeah, that
What
was
is the you know?
It's like a DJ type.
I like a step. You know.
Clyde Smith.
I really wish I went to an HBCU. I feel like I would have had so much.
Okay,
See me
wait.
step.
Stop. Let me land my plane on J. Cole. Point is, the reason why I said the last episode is because J. Cole fans have some, since I need to censor everything I say, some J. Cole fans, I wouldn't say some, a good amount, high percentage of J. Cole fans have this tendency where like, they're like these know-it-all and like, you know, I'm a rap connoisseur and my mind different and J. Cole be saying this, and that. Like how many guys have you been in a car?
Fake woke.
They're so woke like this, like my mind is so different and I just be connecting with J. Cole's music on a different level. Like y'all are not intelligent. You know how many men are like, you just don't like intelligent men. You don't like smart men who make you think.
You like the thugs.
Like that's what's annoying about your fan base.
They're the beat it chick meme.
Like
guys,
literally,
you know?
I like J. Cole as an artist for sure. I listen to J. Cole's music all the time. But to really oh, you don't like intelligent men? You don't like men make you think and like open up your mind and be this great person and be like this from the gutter to the richest type of man. You're like a man who's intelligent. Get it out the mud type man. I don't know. I don't like y'all. I don't know why his fan base is so warped in the brain that they just think they're like rap connoisseur, know-it-all type niggas. It's annoying. And that's why when niggas say my favorite rapper J. Cole, I'm alerted.
Damn.
I don't want to date a know-it-all nigga. What the hell?
How do you think the white schools bands feel when they just went and stood up in the stands and played their song at the football game, and they sit down thinking they did a good job?
Wait,
and then the HBCU band stands up and plays an absolute banger.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Like,
you
what do
never
mean?
seen
Like
this.
when
like
they
the
when they
schools.
like do like games and stuff like that.
Yeah, the white school, they do the little
Like, Bring It On.
Tinseltown hillbilly song.
Oh my God! Don't say hillbilly.
Is hillbilly offensive now too?
Is hillbilly
Probably.
a slur?
Probably. You never know.
One time,
So they do the hillbilly song or whatever, and I've
think
seen
it is
this
offensive.
video.
I don't think you go to the country, they'd be like, you hillbillies all open here. I think it's offensive.
Okay, well they do their little song.
Because you're half white. Okay, fine. We got a half white man behind the camera.
All
Y'all
right.
apparently it's okay to say
The
hillbilly.
white school does their song, and they think that they killed it. And then the black school stands up. All the majorettes stand up. The horns, the trumpets, the big bass drums, and they just go. All the horns come in. And then they start dancing. The girls start doing, and I know they're looking from the other side of the field like, shit, we cannot compete with that.
You just explained the whole premise of Bring It On.
No, but they were cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the cheerleaders. I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about the
it's
band.
very similar. It's very similar.
that clip is if Bring It On was a podcast.
Literally.
I think they must feel bad about themselves. I don't know. Like
They have to feel bad.
But it's the same where, like, you know, like a white girl's in the middle of the dance circle going hard, and then a black girl comes in, starts twerking, and then just shake. Like, it's the same thing. It's the
No,
same
like
thing.
that's like one of the things where they do the bare minimum and they get rewarded for it. Whereas like black people are good at dancing, so no one makes a big deal out of like when a black girl is dancing. The marching band thing, I know, eats their soul because that's their bag.
Because
You know?
they can't.
Like, that's like the white people
They
stuff,
can't
right?
win.
Yeah, like and
They won at so much else. Give us the marching bands.
yeah. Here, nigga,
the,
damn.
and the dancing. Here, nigga, damn. No, literally.
bro, they be training like athletes.
yeah, it's
Marching
for real.
band, like
Oh, of course.
6 a.m. practices.
Yeah. Did you not watch Drumline?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It's literally the same thing. Probably even worse. That's a movie. It's probably dramatized and, like, you know, softened a little bit.
Word.
I'm sure it's probably worse.
I want to know if they actually fight.
Did y'all have pep rallies at your school?
No,
No.
we live in Canada.
No, I went to like we had pep rallies.
We met pep rally, like
We never had pep rallies.
like for before sports.
Yeah, it's like for like to hype up the sports teams and different clubs and shit and stuff going on in the school. But like we went all out. We had like dunk contests. We would make music videos and shit.
Oh,
and
definitely
it
did
would
not
be
have
like,
that.
No, we never.
We'd get
had that.
performers.
Only time I experienced that was like my little stint in Chicago. Besides that, no.
My little
schools
stint.
here. Schools here sucked, bro. There's no school spirit in Canada, and I will die on that hill.
Not like in
No,
America.
there's not.
School,
There's really not.
college, anything.
We don't have a lot of spirit.
We can't do anything,
School
bro.
spirit.
You know what we were doing in Chicago? Like, the whole senior week and dress like this day, dress like that this day, and then sleep at the school overnight this day, and then you guys are doing... What do you mean? No, every school's done... In high school, that's fire. You and all your friends get to sleep at the school. You guys just sneak liquor into the school. You turn up all night. Damn. That's lit. Yeah, that was fun.
We didn't do all that.
We definitely
sleeping at the school.
Sleeping at the school is kind of wild. We definitely didn't do that. I know. I feel like obviously, yeah, we do have a lack of like school culture, and like school, like culture and extracurriculars, like us compared to the States is just not. It's not even comparable. And speaking of like school culture, and there's a Hulu documentary coming out about Freaknik, right?
She's getting so
Freaknik started out as like an HBC. This is what I Googled. It started out as an HBCU like spring break sort of like stay-in picnic. So basically, from what I read in Atlanta, a student started it where like if you weren't able to like go home or wherever like during spring break, you would go to Freaknik, which is like kind of like a parking lot like party. Started for college students at a HBCU in Atlanta, and then it just blew up, and then all the hood niggas found out, and the pussy popping girls found out, and turned it into some like madness type event. And they do a lot of like, I've seen like Freaknik themed parties and like recent. I know 21 Savage had one. I think Saweetie had one in recent years, but Hulu's doing a documentary about Freaknik. And I guess maybe like, the rise and fall, the dangers, things that were covered up during Freaknik. Because apparently a lot of women were assaulted and roughed around and stuff like that, unfortunately. But like, what do you think about like things coming back 30 years later and just being like put on blast for the world to see?
Good. Ooh. And I'm going to tell you why.
Let's go.
I hope so.
Let's go.
I say good because our parents have gotten away for too long with lying about their childhood and their past. Because everyone's parents,
but it's not our parents,
especially immigrants, not our parents, but I just mean parents in general.
Oh, okay.
Especially black parents and immigrant parents. Everybody was the top of their class. Everybody walked 6 miles to school. Everybody was just this perfect kid that never did anything wrong. And now this is going to hold you guys accountable. Because if you were caught in these tapes, your parents, if I'm a kid in Atlanta, and like my family's been in Atlanta for 2 generations, and I see like my auntie Charlene in that I'm gonna be like, yo, like, I'm bringing this to my family. Like, yo, is this not Auntie Charlene? And now she's a deaconess and wants to chastise me for getting tattoos? No, you were busting it open on Peachtree for Freaknik. I just like the accountability side of it.
Is it really accountability though?
Yeah.
Like in order for accountability to happen, someone has to be like, they have to feel the accountable. Oh, I'm going to be accountable, right? I feel like accountability is owned. So you being like, oh, look at you, whore. My aunt used to be a whore. They can just be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
That's not what he said.
But might as well.
I like the ability that...
It's different. If she's like, oh, yeah, that was me, and that time I didn't do... That's accountability. But she could be like, shut the fuck up, just so I'm your aunt. Don't talk to me like that. That's not accountability.
I'm like, well...
So accountability has to be owned.
You talk about how your aunt used to chastise you, too.
Oh, my...
what if you saw her in the Freaknik documentary?
Well, that would never happen, because... I'm from Canada, and
but still, I'm saying.
But to me, I'll just be like, yeah, like this girl's a fraud. Like, yeah.
I think there's like a mentality that people have now, especially with cameras and everything, that like shit is permanent, And if you get filmed doing some shit that it can kind of
make its way around.
I don't think that they were operating with that mindset or
Absolutely
thinking that
not.
like, at
not
all
even close.
In the past.
I don't think a single person at Freaknik was like, let me not spread my booty hole in front of this camera because this picture might come out in 2023. And I've seen pictures of women like sprawl out, like booty hole out, pussy out, men just digging out their pussy like a bowl of popcorn.
I seen Kanye there.
Is that actually Kanye?
Yeah.
So see, I don't know.
And see, the thing is, things change, but things remain the same because South Beach spring break is no different. They're still doing the same things.
that level, I feel like we have a little bit more discernment now because of the fact that we're so
cameras,
used to, we have that mentality now. We're like, yo, like mans are gonna have their cameras out.
Yeah, you probably.
And I'm not trying to be on TikTok.
There's like one extra step.
There is for sure. Some women don't care at all.
Things are still happening, but it's like one more extra step where it's like it might just be on the boat this time, like or around the corner or something. It's not like you're not gonna be on Collins Avenue skin out.
Yeah.
But you're going to be skin out if you're on the boat or like at the party. In a private room or something.
Yeah, where you're not getting recorded. I mean, to me, like that level of skin out is just literally impossible. Like there's no, like I don't care if I'm locked in a private room. Like I'm not skinning out like that unless I'm having sex with a man that I'm intimate with. Like no one's seeing my booty hole. like no one's seeing my booty hole unless I'm having sex or it's my laser lady. Like there's no way my booty hole is going to be outside. It's literally impossible. Not let alone multiple men spreading my booty cheeks apart for the booty hole to be exposed. That is absolutely, I don't know what. Like I said, I really don't think they had the mindset like, yo, this might come back. Or my child might find this picture, take a picture of it and post it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's crazy if your own kid is exposing you like that.
I don't think it's someone's kid, but definitely someone found the Polaroid.
Just start saying he's going to pull up to the family reunion. This is Auntie Shirley. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know, but I said it's definitely someone, a kid or someone of this generation taking a picture of an old printed picture. They didn't have digital pictures back then. They were all printed.
Isn't Jermaine Dupri producing it?
Yes, he is. He's one of the producers for it. I think it's going to be on Hulu, which I don't think we get in Canada. We don't.
No, we don't.
So I don't know how we're going to be able to watch it. We're going to have to do a few hacking.
Just wait till the bootleg comes out.
That Flickster.
Bootleg on what? On Mr. World Premiere?
It's on the internet. It's on a million things. Soap Today, Mr. World Premiere, Putlocker.
Oh my God.
Putlockers and chill.
Do you even subscribe to any TV like thing, or do you just use all bare legal ones?
No. There are apps signed in. They're not my accounts, but
do you pay for a single TV provider
streaming service?
Yeah.
No.
But how many do you have access to?
Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Crave. I used to have HBO. I don't want.
What type of life you live? You have you have access to
so
all
you
of
have
those,
to
and
all
don't
of
pay
them,
for any of them,
and don't pay for single.
You're
one.
a ting.
Nope.
So how much dick are you slanging to get? I was just saying, yeah, you are a ting. Because how much dick are you slinging to get passwords for Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney
and Disney Plus?
You said Disney Plus.
Did I say Disney?
Yeah,
Plus?
you said Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and Crave. That's basically the top 4 here in Canada.
Yeah.
So you have the top 4.
I just have nice friends, and I sometimes use my internet, quote unquote, clout to get stuff.
Yeah.
Do you post
Netflix,
like, hey, y'all, can someone give me the password?
Him and Marlon do this.
I haven't in a while. I haven't had to, but I've definitely done that before. The person whose Netflix I'm in, I have no idea who they are. Someone just sent me their. I asked, yo, someone let me use their Netflix.
It's another one of those cases.
Netflix, can you hear this?
I'm like, my God.
Next time Tresor's IP signs in, cancel that shit.
It's another one of those cases
So
of
shout out to Vanessa, whoever you are.
friend being used very loosely here.
The other ones are like my actual friends, like my cousins and like my actual friends. It's just Netflix is just like a random person.
If you're not slinging dick like Tresor is and acquiring all these streaming passwords, pay for an illegal one.
Pay
for an illegal
Yes.
one.
You mean like the box?
Technically, yeah. So like I did that, and man, I canceled everything. I was paying for Netflix and Disney and stuff, and it's kind of like a one-stop shop. And they'll let you kind of download like the raw MP4 files of it and shit. Like get an illegal one. Flickster.
Do you mean when like people hack your like Amazon Fire Stick? Or it's like a completely separate...
It's like its own server and its own sort of like streaming service. Imagine all those streaming services combined into one, you know? Some of them illegal ones be slapping.
Does anyone still... Do you guys like watch TV or have cable still?
Yeah, I do, for sure.
I don't.
There is at my mom's.
I don't know how people don't have cable.
I don't.
Because you got to buy like a package, and then usually if you
what
want
am I-
sports and
We
stuff.
have Ignite TV
But
at my house.
What is cable needed? I feel like cable is more of an older person thing. What do you really need cable for?
I need cable to access the TV show, like the reality shows that I watch. Like I watch Real Housewives, which is on cable, which is on Slice. I watch NBA. I watch NFL.
All sports, you could get streams for all sports.
Sometimes it's not
1080p, 4K streams.
It's not always what you think it is. I really just like cable. I love the security of cable. Sometimes, I watch like crime TV. Sometimes, I might watch the news. Sometimes, I watch Global, Abbott Elementary, all that stuff.
I feel like one of the things I liked about cable and just that sort of format of television was how like things were like events, And I feel like we didn't have that for a bit. Like Netflix kind of did that where they were putting bingeable series out there. And I kind of like how these other streaming services are making it episodic. You get each new episode every single week.
I hate it.
What do you mean?
Hate it?
Oh, like Netflix?
It.
Like how Succession it's a new episode every single week.
But Succession's on TV.
I know, but you don't get like the full thing immediately. And is it on TV? HBO's not TV. Like it's premium. You pay for it. Like it's separately.
You definitely get Succession on TV. No?
It's HBO.
It's
HBO's not really
regular.
HBO's not a cable channel.
Regular cable.
You have to buy a special package for that.
Seriously?
Yeah. And I'm saying like with the
not me being cable spoiled. I don't even know.
The spoilers on social media and everything are kind of ruining it. But I like when it's like an event and you don't binge it. Not everybody's watching it at their own pace, and you kind of got to see it at the exact same time as everybody else.
Social media is ruining TV for me. Because there's usually what I like to do is for example, I watch Succession, right? I like to hold off a little bit because I do like to binge. Like if I'm home on a Sunday and I'm going to the gym and I'm coming home, I'm just going to watch like 3 episodes in a row. I like to do that. So I'll like hold off a little bit. So I've been holding off on starting Succession. I'm like, let me get like 3-4 episodes in. Now I'll just binge it. These motherfuckers, every time you open a Twitter app.
You gotta mute it though.
Every time you open a Twitter app or you open TikTok or you fucking turn on 680 radio news, you hear spoilers about the show that just dropped. I'm forced to watch TV on the regular schedule because I am genuinely scared. I already saw the biggest Snowfall spoiler. So I didn't watch season of Snowfall yet. I already know what the hell is happening because people tweet everything. People have no couth. No decorum.
Keep up.
No, I like to watch things in a row.
It's not your world. Like we're all watching it. You know?
Shut up.
Or mute it. Like just mute the key words that will be spoiled.
Sometimes things be sliding through the cracks.
That's true. That's happened to me before.
Sliding through the cracks.
I'm very big on not knowing what's gonna happen next. So if I do get a spoiler, I'll stop watching some shit.
I don't know. See, I'm not really like that. I hate spoilers just as much as the next person, but like, I still want to see the show. Like, I might know what happens, but I want to see like how it got there and what happened. So
I'll definitely still watch, but I'm gonna be cheesed. Like, man, fuck. Here comes the part that I know is gonna happen.
It makes me procrastinate. Like I haven't seen Swarm yet because everybody did exactly that. Just fucking watched the first 8 episodes in a day and then tweeted about it. There's a part of me that doesn't like that, but I also just like when Euphoria dropped, and it felt like
and
everyone
everyone's watching at the same time.
Yeah, or The Last Dance, but that was more pandemic,
Yeah, I mean, I don't like I said, I just don't like the spoilers. Like with me, I'll like react like, oh, like episode 6 was fire. It's like, oh, like but episode was crazy. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, by the way, this character dies. Like R.I.P. blah. I remember I was in the club once and they fucking spoiled Top Boy. Why are you spoiling Top Boy in the fucking club? Are you guys okay? Why is the MC saying R.I.P. Jamie? Are you stupid? Why?
Should there be etiquette? Should there be like rules and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. People in this generation have no couth.
I think it's just because it's our generation thing with social media that everyone wants to be the first to
say
break something or say something.
I don't like it. It's really starting to piss me off. I'm not a fan.
Everyone's a news channel now.
Facts. But Clyde, let's get through your therapy session so we can
therapy session.
That's
how we're gonna intro. This is relentless. This is not a safe place.
Let's get to your therapy session so we get to the goods.
Especially our TikTok is not a safe place.
Yeah, like this isn't.
You're the one who said you had a spiritual moment.
I did. That is not what
I said. And you see how she's
making me sound so much more light skinned than I actually am.
And you see how she said it so condescending.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Like, what if I did have a spiritual moment?
You
What's wrong
did.
with that? No, that's not what happened here.
Okay, you had a moment of weakness.
I wouldn't call that.
Okay, you had a epiphany.
I had a realization.
Epiphany, same thing.
Okay. I had a realization about myself that wasn't good. Like I realized something about myself, a quality about myself that something I should probably work on. I guess it was because like this new place I'm working. I don't work for that vulture anymore, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait, what was the bomb for?
Don't worry.
Oh, you don't work for the. You don't work for the.
It'll be another episode, and I don't want to elaborate too much on like where. Anyways, I realized. Actually, I'll start with a question with you guys. What is your guys' type? Do you guys have an answer for this? Do you just know that automatically? Like,
physically,
like what's
or
your middle name, and you can just.
In the wise words of Ray Shremmerd.
Oh God.
Okay, fine. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, be serious. Why can't you be serious?
Are we being serious, or
Are we joking?
Are we being serious?
No,
or
we're
are we
having
joking?
we're having therapy. We're having spiritual epiphany.
Okay, what type
serious.
of type? Like what?
Do
have
you
to be
mean
more
physical
specific.
or like
For
what I
women.
look for in a person?
No, that question when you're talking about women and then someone hears you say something and then they go, what's your type? What do you respond to with that?
I personally do not feel like I have one. Other people will say that I do, but I personally don't feel like I do. Now, there might be certain characteristics afterwards, like when I reflect, that I could see a pattern, but I don't call that a type because it's not something that I'm seeking out.
Okay.
So I don't technically count that as a type.
I like the second half of that answer. Zoe, what's your type?
Physically, or what's my type? Like I look for like character.
You're casually
traits.
talking with someone about men and stuff, and then you say something, and they go, "Oh, what's your type of guys then?"
I like a guy who, or
you-
my type is like
Do you
someone.
filter it more? Do you say like, "What do you mean?" Or like, "What?"
Well, yeah, because I mean, like if I'm looking for like physically, like if
I
you-
don't exactly mean physically.
Okay, so some like things I like my type look for partner, like if like most of the guys that I go for are like, can make me laugh, are like family men, super like family oriented, very like, I would say respectful, or like, have that whole like gentleman vibe to them.
Okay.
That's what I'm like more attracted to. Sometimes I may get it wrong. But I do like, those men, like, someone who I can laugh with, someone who like family like values is a huge thing for me. That's generosity is also huge for me. I hate stingy people.
Yeah.
So that's stuff that I like.
Okay.
I would say is my type.
You know qualities of the type of man you want to end
Yeah,
up with.
for sure.
And then also, for me, it depends on the path that I'm going down with that person. I would say my type in a woman that I'm taking seriously is different from my type of like a girl that I know, like we're just about to run around and have some fun. It's two completely different.
Shout out to Ari's tweet about the fun niggas. You get a fun girl.
Yeah.
You guys know what I mean by that? I don't want to get too far
I know
off
what you
topic.
mean.
So I was thinking about this because someone asked me what your type is, and I hate that fucking question because I don't have an answer to it. If someone asks me that and I just think physically, I think like the most surface level answer I can give is like, oh, I prefer black women.
Don't say black.
I like black women, but like I also am not like just gonna tunnel vision, like, if a girl from another race was like approaching and I was feeling her, I wouldn't be opposed or something like that.
What's your type, niggas?
But I like was doing some spiritual reflecting, and I think that's a red flag, isn't it? If you don't have a type.
If you don't have a type of
Yeah,
red
because I
flag?
feel like I don't have a type, Like I don't have that clearly etched in my head, I may know physical qualities that I like, but I'm probably more sure of what I don't want in someone.
Right.
Which I guess is progress, but like, would you consider it a red flag if someone doesn't know what their type is? Because I also feel like I'm in a place in my life where like I'm not putting myself in positions to meet my wife or meet someone that I'm going to take super serious long term. So it's almost like I don't have a type. It's very similar to Tresor, but is that really like grown ass men,
I would say I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but at this age and where we are in like our lives and like the dating game, I feel like you have to narrow down, like look at your future a little bit and narrow down what you want in a partner, and that you can be like, is your type. Like for example, I know I want someone who wants to start a family. I know I want someone who's a generous man. I know I want someone to make me laugh because that's what I'm looking for long term. So when it comes to my type, that's what I look for in men. When you don't really have a type, you kind of welcome in shit that might throw you off your balance.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're kind of just going, oh, I don't have a type. I'm kind of going, I'll talk to any girl. I can get with anyone. And you're kind of being open to getting a surprise that you may not like.
Yeah.
I would say I don't think it's a red flag, but I don't know if the word type is the best way to describe what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I think, like you said, the older you get, you definitely need to start to know what you can and can't tolerate in people and know what you do and don't want. But I do think there is a gray area of like debatable things in people that you can handle or can't handle. Or say your type was a list of 10 things. If someone met 7 out of those 10 things, but the 3 things that they didn't meet are like really, really, really important, are you still gonna talk to them just because they fit the criteria of most of your type? Like, probably not.
It depends on what those 3 things are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So probably not. So I don't necessarily think like following like a spreadsheet of like they have to be this type of person, this type of person, this type of person is necessarily good, because people are very dynamic. So there could be one thing. Yeah, like there could be someone could check 9 of my boxes, but that one box they don't check is a very, very important box. So technically they're still my type, but they just do this thing. But that one thing is enough for me not to really talk to them. But another girl that checks 2 of the boxes, but she checks 2 of the most important boxes out of 10, I feel like you might be able to work with it.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, I think it should be that way, yeah.
But I think just people in general, it's tough because, like, you kind of go with familiarity. Like, you'll talk to a lot of the same types of people just because I feel like you know how to deal with it.
It's very rare, though, right?
Like, yeah, like when was the last time?
But is that a bad thing?
Yeah, exactly. Right?
I don't know, because when was the last time you spoke to someone like consistently, or you were kind of talking to someone that's like 100% different than other people that you've talked to? It's probably been a while, because the older you get, like, you don't really want to deal with that.
It's been a while, but I'm experiencing it recently.
Expand.
Go on.
Like, I definitely realized that there's, like, I'm surprised by a lot of things that this person may do, because I've never experienced that before.
In a positive way?
In a positive way. Yeah.
I feel that. Because, like, there's things, and I think that's, like, what's brought me to this place, too, is because I feel like there were times where I did know my type, you know? There were times where I feel like I knew that I like this, or that this is something, you know, I want a woman that is creative minded too, and, you know, and thinks in that, and then, you know, get a bit older, you know, you have more experiences, and maybe that's not mandatory. Maybe I don't need that, you know, because I had good experience with someone else who wasn't like that at all.
Yeah. I've also had like situations where men who I thought I absolutely don't want that in a partner, they have that, and I realize it's actually not that bad. I've had that as well.
So
or like it's definitely like it's not a write-off the way I thought it was.
Yeah, and there are certain, I think, things that other people would think that you would want in a partner are usually the things that you really probably wouldn't want yourself. Like what other people would assume. Like for me, a lot of people assume that I would want to be with an Instagram model, like a girl with like a YouTuber, a lot of followers type. I don't want that at all. Like, I do not want that at all. I'm not doing a couples channel. I don't want to be at dinner and you have the giant light on the table. Like, I can't deal with that at all. So I really would not want that.
They'd be auditioning, though, right?
Auditioning for what?
That's a good callback.
What do you mean auditioning?
You talk about the girlfriend audition that girls do sometimes.
What's the girlfriend audition?
We spoke about this a very, very long time ago. You know, when you're talking to a girl and you want to keep it casual and she says it's okay, but she does her girlfriend audition to try to win you over. That's the girlfriend audition.
It's like when men pretend they're not pieces of shit for like the first until they hit. You know?
Right. Interesting.
That's the coochie audition.
Is that like the girls who like clean up after the party?
Can we make that the episode name? Will YouTube allow it?
Will YouTube allow what?
The coochie audition? Can we? Probably not.
If we asterisk it, asterisk?
Maybe.
Asterisk?
But they still know what you're doing.
They know what you're saying. Yeah. They know what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
They know what you're saying.
You guys are making me feel so much better about this than I thought you would.
But yeah, I don't know. Nah, I don't think. See, because I've said, are we being serious or are we joking?
But we're joking. This could have went way.
No, but I also like. I think what you said is like the point. Like, if you don't have strict enough parameters on what you will allow and tolerate, boundaries and stuff like that, you welcome in some bullshit.
Yeah,
I think also a part of that is self-sabotage. Because there are certain I genuinely believe that there are certain people that you will allow in your life and will be around when you're in a point in your life when you know that you're not trying to be serious. But like you kind of conditioned your mind to think that I'm making a serious effort with this person that when it's done, you know you were never, ever going to be serious with. So I feel like you kind of planted that seed from the beginning. So like you chose a person that you know is not going to work, but you can make yourself feel better by saying that you tried. I think people do that a lot.
Interesting. Oh, your mic isn't on.
I have a question. Since like I would say like all of you are single.
Are we?
Do you jump?
No, I'm kidding.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask that.
No, we all are.
Do you guys jump out of your comfort zone when it comes to like interacting with like your potential partners? Like for example, like you mentioned like you didn't want to be with a model or an influencer. Like, do you go for like, let's say somebody who's not even close to that world, like they're completely disengaged from like your type of reality? Like, does that intrigue you, or do you guys just like not in that realm of like maybe it's not for me?
Yeah, I don't think I seek out the opposite. Because like I say, if I do meet like a model or influencer girl that's like an amazing person, I'm not going to just say no just because. But I just feel like I don't seek them out, but I probably would gravitate more towards people that aren't like that. Like I call them low-key gems. Like the girls that were probably like not really the cutest growing up, and then they glowed up, so they're still humble.
They have character,
but they're like
substance.
beautiful. Yeah, like they have substance, but they have personality because they weren't always good looking, so they have to develop their personality. So like they're cool and they're good looking, but they're like, you know, they're not necessarily off the grid, but they're not like, if you were to say, oh, name 10 popping girls in the city, like it wouldn't be one of those 10 girls that you named. Like those are the types of girls I like.
Appreciate
I'm not the
y'all
type of
hitting
guy.
gems.
I'm not the type of guy where, you know how in Hollywood and in the industry, like dudes rotate the same 8 girls.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those. I don't want to be in the rotation of those girls.
To answer your question, I feel like I kind of do sometimes.
Really?
Like in a bad way too. Like you'll get presented with something or some energy or someone that's like a different walk of life or something that's different than what you usually would. Yeah. And it's like almost that part, like it being unique and different to you is like what's intriguing. You know, I've definitely had situations like that before, or where I said I'd never with this type, someone who, and always said couldn't be me. And then shit.
And then it's you, then.
You know?
It's you in 4K.
I've definitely had those experiences in the past, not like recently or anything.
Zoe, do you?
Of dating someone completely outside of my comfort zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. What do you mean by like, it depends on how far outside of my comfort zone.
So let me give an example in this hypothetical, obviously. Let's say like you do with your career as you do, and like this guy, he works, I don't know, he works as a librarian, but he does like something on the side. Like he just does a regular 9 to 5, like as his like way of income, but he's supporting himself.
Yeah.
It's nowhere
He's
near
a librarian? He's a librarian?
That out of your realm. It's out of your comfort zone. Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, would you go for that gentleman if he was sustainable enough to do that as his job and entertain it?
If I was attracted to him enough and if he had the quality traits that I wanted, yeah, I think I would. A librarian would definitely throw me off, though. But I mean,
see, do you think, I don't know, I feel like, and I hate to always put it back on women.
But I'm trying to fight the urge not to attack the bitches.
But I feel like a man's job title is just as important to some, not all, some women as the amount of money that it makes. Because I feel like, not even just women, parents are like that too. So let me just take it off of women. There's some people that are like that, and I don't get it, where the job title is just as important. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of parents that would rather you be an engineer and say it makes $30,000. I don't know how much it makes. But I'm just
definitely not $30,000.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying metaphorically. Or let's say, your parents would rather you be an engineer that makes $50,000 a year than be a garbage man that makes $120K just because it sounds better.
I can definitely hear that notion for sure. Some people don't want to hear that. Oh, my man's this
librarian.
I mean, like, is that even a career? I thought, don't they volunteer?
No. I said like as his like his part-time thing, but he has something.
But he has a job. Yeah, that's fine.
Librarian and he
sound engineer. I'm just pointing that out.
Sure.
Sound engineer?
No, not sound engineer, because you could finesse that to be cool.
That sounds too cool.
Yeah, you could finesse that to be cool. You work for Amazon.
He works for Amazon and he's librarian?
Amazon package, like you drop packages off for Amazon.
So warehouse worker?
Delivery man.
You deliver packages.
Oh, okay.
Deliver the packages.
Okay.
He's a delivery man
and a librarian.
But his income is sustainable. Like he's never.
What is sustainable?
Sustainable.
He makes
as in, like,
he makes average.
he makes.
I heard average.
The way she says,
like,
I was gonna say
delivery
medium.
man. Like, you hear it in her voice, like broke ass nigga.
Okay. So his jobs make him. He's able to pay the bills, and he's sustainable. But he's not obviously a baller. Or like
He's
anything
middle
like
class.
that. Yeah, he's middle class.
I'm middle class, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
What do you mean? I'm definitely middle class. I'm not lower class.
okay, no,
No, I'm not saying that.
sure, you're probably middle class, but you don't live a middle class life.
What does that mean?
It
I
mean-
definitely
it- no,
do.
it-
I don't think you do.
No, you don't.
What I think what
What
he's
does
trying.
that mean? Hold on, stop.
He's complimenting-
Stop.
he's
No, but I'm
complimenting-
saying,
You
I
don't live a middle class life.
in regards to what?
The things that you do, the social circles that you run in, and the places that you go are not
And the things you do for
normal-
leisure, yeah, like
are not normal middle class things. Yes,
also
you're
how you
I
Sure.
think
Yourself.
so.
And
I
also-
think so for
Look
sure.
how many times you left the country last year alone.
A lot of
Average
middle-class people do.
They cannot do that.
I'm not upper
The
class.
average, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're not middle class. We're just
strong
saying you
case
don't-
for upper middle class.
possible.
I agree.
The amount of
I
vacations
have to
you
really
went on
pocket watch
alone.
to answer that though. So
Yeah,
I don't really know.
What?
I'm just saying, yeah. Like the average person cannot do as much leisurely activities as you can do.
What about
That's
you?
what I'll say.
I would say you're also upper middle class too. Essentials.
I literally thought this on my way here. Shasor and Zoe live different lives than regular people.
Facts.
But
That is a fact.
But for
That is-
different
that's
reasons, though.
Yeah, okay.
It
Yeah,
depends.
she's a content creator now. No.
I'm not a content creator
no,
now.
she's a big
What
podcast.
is
lady.
this?
This is
Your rap hands.
I would say, yes. Now, I used to fight it. Now, I would say that I do live a different life than the average person, but I don't think it's because of like monetary things. I think it's more so just like the way that my life has gone, you know? So I don't know if that count. Maybe socially, if you want to say that, for lack of better words, maybe socially I'm not middle class, but I wouldn't say that I'm like an upper class person.
If I'm upper middle class, you are upper middle class.
What we
I
said
think
about the
you-
lifestyle
I think-
stuff with Zoe, you're
Yeah.
the same.
I think you spend way more money than I do. So I don't know if like I'm a saver. Like I'm a
I save too.
yeah, no, but I'm not
Shouldn't
saying you
argue,
don't.
eh? Oh, okay.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying like I'm a very like, you know how they say the point of freedom is like when your income increases but your lifestyle doesn't?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I will make more money, but I'm not doing anything more. Like I'm still like, you know, I'm still living
So
down
you think
here.
I'm the type of person who will make more money and then continue their
spend
lives?
more, make more money, spend more money.
Yeah, even like
Yeah.
you have expensive taste, though.
I do not.
And there's nothing wrong
Yes,
with
you
having expensive
do,
taste.
I do
Zoe.
not.
Yeah, you do.
Are
Yeah,
we
you
gonna
do.
fucking
Yes,
lie
you do.
right
Come
now?
on now.
If you break down every category, you do, because you said for clothing wise, you said you would rather get more durable, expensive pieces
sure.
than fast fashion.
Yeah.
The average person cannot do that.
But that's me looking at like a longevity standpoint. Like to me, I've been that fast fashion girl, you know, Fashion Nova, Shein, and I'm like, yo, I'm literally tearing. Like I wash these clothes and there's holes in it. It's ripping. I feel like I'm wasting my money because I'm spending more on fast fashion to replace the shit that's literally falling apart on me.
Yeah,
So I'd
but-
rather spend, you know, $100 on a solid shirt or a solid hoodie or whatever that I know is gonna last me years.
But that's the thing. A lot
Being
of people
able to make that decision
That's the
is
thing. A lot of people don't even have the
indicative
luxury
of-
to make
yeah.
that decision.
Yeah.
Like someone cannot afford a $100 shirt.
I
You
can't.
are
tell-
wearing a $100 shirt.
I never said me. Someone.
oh,
Zoe,
I
I
said
can't-
I was like,
I-
sir,
it's-
essentials.
It is difficult for me to like shop outside of like fast fashion. You know,
You're wearing a Roots hoodie.
that's like fast fashion.
It is not. What? Roots?
Yeah, kinda.
It's,
Roots
it's
is not-
debatable.
Stop it right now.
I'm serious. It is.
Roots is not fast
It's not
fashion.
high
yo.
end, like-
it's not
It's
high
not
end,
high.
but it's not fast
It's like
fashion.
average level. Like you can
Roots
get
can
Roots.
be expensive.
I swear you can get Roots at like Old Navy.
No, you can
Can
buy
you?
Roots
no,
from
you,
Roots.
No, you can't.
You can't buy
can't?
Roots from
No,
Old
no.
Navy. Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, it's not high. Maybe Roots sells high, like
They definitely
costing
have-
stuff.
it's
but
not cheap.
The average Roots like hoodie is not that expensive. It's probably like $40,
Eh,
$35.
I think some people make a choice like to not choose like some kind of clothing because like I know some people who live luxury lifestyles but they dress absolute
Yeah.
garbage.
But the
J.Cole.
luxury comes out.
Oh God, they're gonna kill us. Stop it.
The luxury comes out in a different part of their life. Like they may not care about clothes, but
A Roots hoodie is
$64.99
on sale.
now.
What do you mean now?
Because it's when things
Inflation.
and hype. Air Force Ones are like $170.
That's disgusting. Air Force Ones used to be $190 for a pair of low cut white Air Force Ones.
Word. But what was the point of all this? I don't even remember.
We're talking about just like lifestyles. And
yeah. But
saying
I don't
Zoe's
know.
bougie.
I don't think I'm bougie.
And like I said, I feel like a lot more women than men will live this like more of a bougier lifestyle, and not bougie in a negative way. I just feel like women are more open to spending their money.
Soft life.
I think so. But like I said, I don't mind spending my money on things that I know I'm either one, like gonna really enjoy the experience and I have the income to do so, or two, this is something that's gonna last me a long time. Like I have to weigh, like I'm not like a frivolous spender. Like I'm just gonna, book a trip to, I don't know, Dubai because, all the girls are going and that's not happening. But, if I have time off work and I can book a weekend trip to, I don't know, Cuba or something like that, I'll go. If it's not going to hurt my pockets and I can still afford to, help my mom out or whatever, I'll definitely go.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. I don't think the average person could do that. You'd have to, the average person, a trip to Cuba, you have to plan that
months in
ahead.
And saving up and stuff like that. That's what middle class means.
The average person or just
the
in
average
general?
person in general?
Yeah, that's
probably has to plan that months in advance.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say like you're not middle class. I would say socially you're above the average
For sure.
person.
That's not debatable at all.
I think my friends are pretty regular.
No. I'm like compares like everyday 9 to 5 people.
The rooms
like your lifestyle is very different.
Yeah, the rooms that you be in are not.
The rooms I be in is Cameron's house.
Oh my God.
You are around basketball players, athletes, rappers, artists. Like the average person.
I'm not around them. You make it seem like I can just call them up like, hey, I'm coming out to LA this week. Let's be around.
But you're around them.
I've been around them. I've
consistently.
You know people.
And you just drafted a whole scenario that like is crazy to happen to you. Like that, I know that's happened to you. Like shut the fuck up.
Consistently. Like you are around them consistently compared to the average person. That is that's like non-debatable.
It's like a compliment too. Like you got to be a certain person to get in those rooms too.
Like see, this is what I'm saying.
I'm not friends with these people.
It doesn't matter, but
know them.
It doesn't matter, but you're in the room.
It doesn't matter because like even like when I started this job, like when people found out I worked here, like they know you just by association, and that made me look a different type of way. That's
in a bad way.
No, like in a good way. They were like, "Oh, you work with Zoe. Like that's the type of status you're on."
Me too.
Oh God.
And him too.
And now we work with Tresor, and now all of us are like up.
I seen a tweet about that though on my way here. Like it's a very Toronto thing, like how people would treat you differently once they see who's
you
in
with a certain person,
and, like,
right?
Who you're affiliated with and stuff too, which I is definitely true.
It is. It sucks, but it's definitely true. But yeah, like there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like I don't know. I just feel like because the worlds that we live in are like a bubble. Well, if you take a step outside, you will realize that a lot of things that you get to do, and when I say you, I mean it's like us, are not normal. Like the average person has never been in a room with Drake ever in their life, and if they would freak out.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Attending All-Star Weekend to a basketball fan is like a dream that they would do once. Like it would happen only.
I've only done it once,
and I feel like it's very possible if you wanted to do it again, you could. The average person could never, if that happens in their life, that would be once in their life and would never, ever happen again.
We also forgot she got invited to an All-Star game.
Okay, hold on.
She didn't just
let's go. Yeah, let's go. Gang up on Zoe.
She got invited.
And then on top of that,
everyone just chill out.
Hold on. Yeah, since we're going there, on top of that,
we're not going there.
You're about to leave again. Where are you going?
Mind your.
Where are you going?
Yeah,
what do you mean? The grab is going to see it.
Not...
The grab is going to see. Where are you going?
Los Angeles.
To what? To do what?
See my friends.
And go where? What is the major event that you were attending?
Oh, I'm not going to Coachella. I'm not going to Coachella.
Oh, you're not going?
No.
Oh, but you're going to be around.
But I'm going because I know people are going to be out there around the same time, and I have the time off work, and flights were not expensive.
What car did you choose when you were booking your rent-a-car?
What car?
Yeah, what car
did you end up choosing?
I will be in a convertible Ford Mustang.
Oh my God. The average person on Turo is scraping
It was
pennies.
actually not expensive. No, honestly, it was not even. I don't know if I found a really good deal. It was really not that expensive.
Yeah, you
You
might
were
have
not true. You were looking at Bentleys.
No, I was not looking at Bentley. Come on.
Listeners are
No,
not
I was not looking
informed
at
on
Bentleys.
the
I was
post
looking at
pod
Bentleys.
convo we had last week.
The last episode, you sat there in that fucking chair. You were looking like, oh, these separate cars, and then you said, oh, there's a Bentley at a good price.
Was the Bentley a good price?
on my
It was a
life.
Benz. I'll give it to you. It was a Benz.
Oh, it was a Benz. It was a Benz. It was a Benz.
Oh, Benz?
It was a
It was a
Benz.
Benz.
Yeah, yeah,
A
it was a
Benz.
Benz. It was a Benz. It was a
I'll
Benz.
give her that one.
I'm
It
like,
was a
no
Benz.
way I saw a Bentley for a good price. It was a Benz.
But still,
That's
hey,
different.
Let me tell you, Mustangs, the gas the gas in that hoe ain't cheap. I will tell you. I got a Charger when I was in LA. Oh,
How much you rack up?
gas. I don't even remember because we were just like you're just paying for gas, and that's the same one with the video where it got towed at Runyon
Oh,
Canyon.
geez. Yeah, yeah.
It was the Charger, but gas is not cheap. The first time I went, I got a hybrid Ford Focus. I was whipping that. I didn't fill up gas until I brought the car back.
Hybrid. Yeah.
Until I brought the car back.
It was amazing.
So how much did you fill up on the Charger?
On
The
the Mustang,
tank?
yeah, I want to know.
The tank on a Charger is at least. It depends because it's probably like $70 something to fill the tank, but it's not a big tank, you
Yeah.
know. So if
It's
you're
a little.
driving far, it might cost you a little something.
Yeah, well, I'll have people to
But it is, you know,
Take cards
She
from-
got it.
people. If you're in the car, you gotta put your card in the roulette, and I would pick a card to pay for the gas.
I'm still pissed from that.
But
$300 USD to get a car out from the impound.
that's actually very disgusting. Like very disgusting. So that's like $450.
That should be illegal.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
There's no way that's a regular price.
That's great. Well, I mean, everything in LA is expensive. Everything in California is expensive. So I'm sure their prices to get your car back is not cheap either. But I mean, like I said, maybe I don't live a regular life. But you know, I count my blessings, and like I said, if I can afford to do things to help my family and still take time for myself, I will definitely do so. And I think that I thank God and I'm blessed to do those things. And I don't brag about it. You know, I mean, I'm not type to be like, oh, like, you know, like you bitches are broke. Yeah. But like, no, I definitely, a lot of my life, I didn't get to travel other than like Jamaica or the United States, because that's all my family knows. So yeah, now that I'm older and I can, like, yeah, I definitely love to travel. That's like one of my favorite things.
I'm gonna be the nigga in his 30s traveling because I didn't get to be able to do
As you
it
should.
like in my 20s. But
You're gonna go to the Dominican like
No,
passport
I'm-
bros.
Oh,
Hola.
yuck.
I mean, like,
Oh my god.
you know, it's funny. It's fun thing about the fun fact about the. Actually, I don't know if it's a fun fact. I just think something interesting about the whole passport bros discourse is that like I feel like passport queens were first.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
Them white girls taking trips to Jamaica, you know.
Oh, that's
and,
90 Day Fiance.
Like, I'm pretty sure like that was way before
It
the
was,
passport
for
bros.
sure.
You know?
And
yeah.
and do we count passport queens as like people from Canada flying to the States? Because
Hey.
they've been running that operation for at least 6-7 years now.
They say it's predatory and
The
stuff.
flyouts?
All these 25 to 30-year-old women that are looking for these 18, 19-year-old NBA basketball players, looking
Okay,
for
that's
them
gross.
at their basketball games and everything. Yeah, but
That's
you know.
gross.
But there's groupies, there's girls all
Going
looking
for 18, 19-year-old players?
Yeah.
Okay, if they're 21 and they're
Yeah,
30,
that's
it's still
regular.
kind of
Even younger
crazy.
than
The girl
that.
went to PG
Bro.
Washington. She's a prime example.
Bro, LaMelo Ball's girlfriend that
Oh, that Anna Montana.
she's like
Yeah.
30 something. The Melo's like 19.
That's disgusting. No, he's not 19. right
Not
now.
anymore, but when they
when they were-
started
yeah,
dating,
yeah.
he was 19.
That's very
19,
disgusting.
20, 21, still a little kid.
Rappers too, bro.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chief Keef was 16 in the strip clubs going crazy. And Elite Chopper right now is like 19.
Yeah.
And he's kissing that girl on the mouth, and she's like 30.
Do you remember when Justin Bieber was like
Girl on
16 and how many
He had
female
Suki by
celebrities
her.
like were groping him on stage? Like, it was an open thing.
I've
was
heard about that,
16.
though, that he was like fucking older women when he was mad young.
Ooh,
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
really?
Like his groupies
Yeah.
were like adult women when
I
he was
believe
a
it.
teenager. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but
Ew.
All the famous like young guys, like older women, they still mess with them.
yeah, passport bros, the worst people.
Yeah, I'm soon going to
Hola.
be one. You're sick. I'm soon going to be
That's
one.
all you got to do.
But the traveling I want to do is like is like Paris and stuff. I got all the young people Miami trips. I think
You're done.
I've missed the boat on that.
You missed the time.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
I feel you. There's a couple places.
I feel like you could definitely do like a cool Miami. Maybe not
When?
spring break.
Yeah, you can't do spring
When's
break.
the
But you can
cutoff
do
for
Miami.
this?
No, you can do
No,
Miami
I feel like
forever.
you can do Miami forever. You can be like in your
on the beach
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just can't.
But you can't go around certain times. Like you can't go spring
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
You can't go Memorial Day weekend. 4th of July, maybe, yeah. But, I think you definitely pull off a good Miami
But I feel
trip
you.
with some
I feel
guys.
you. Like spring break, that ship has sailed.
Yeah,
You
for
can't
sure.
really do that anymore. Even there was like a Cancun wave. I feel like that ship.
And I wouldn't want to be with a bunch of 20-year-olds or anything either.
Yeah.
But I do like kind of look back on that as shit. Like that's. I hope it doesn't become like a midlife crisis type. Like I gotta handle that. I do gotta travel.
Yeah.
But you miss.
I think about that. What age is too old to be in the club? Like when do we have to stop going to the club?
I think it depends on why you're going to the club.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like if I'm 35 and, it's a bachelorette.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like.
But
common,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way you're going to tell me, you can't go to that bachelorette party because you're 35 and we're going to the club.
It's Saturday. What do you want to do? Let's go out.
Yes.
But if it's like every
Saturday, let's
weekend?
go out, and you're gonna go to the club. How
Just to
old
go
is
out,
too
yeah.
old?
40s.
40s, yeah.
40s.
38's cool.
I don't know. I would even argue
Depends.
late 30s is kind of pushing it.
It depends. It depends, though.
It depends
like-
on why you're going. Are you
Because of why
single?
we're going and
Yeah,
like,
it's like it's just a common outing.
or what if
Shit.
it's like, your husband has that friend who, has Peter Pan syndrome and invites us all to the club. I'll go at 38.
This is what I don't want. I don't.
You don't want to be that friend.
I don't want to be him.
You don't want to be that friend with
I
Peter
don't know,
Pan
because
syndrome.
I just feel like after a certain time, it's impossible to look cool in the club. Like you're just old.
Nah, not if you have money.
Not if you have money, one. And it also depends. Like, it depends on who you're with or what club you're at. If you're at, like, freaking...
Yeah, I'm talking about the places that we go now.
Yeah.
If you see someone that's 39 there, they look out of place.
Low-key.
They do. There's nothing... Like, if you... Especially in that area, like... It's a club full of 20 to 25, 6, 7-year-olds, and you're 38.
Okay.
I feel like it looks out of place.
34 at 44 is kind of crazy.
34 at 44.
That's kind of crazy.
As a person who doesn't go to the club, what's the one club where if you see a 40-year-old, be like, why the fuck are you here?
Juliet in Toronto. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Juliet would be kind of crazy.
Juliet is such a young... Even I feel
It is a
old
young
in
club.
Juliet.
It's
Like,
a
when I
niggas
go to
club,
like,
man.
Juliet, I'm like, yeah, this is way... Like, this crowd is way too young for me.
I would say... I was gonna say Luxies, but there's a lot of older people at Luxies.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, they have their time.
Now that I think about it, it's like really, you do see older people in all these like clubs, like big up clubs. You see
Some of them.
35 and older.
It depends. Like,
I feel like the young people clubs that we wouldn't even want to go to, would
what are those? I feel like they're all in the college towns.
Yeah, probably.
It's the college towns. It's not like in Toronto, you can kind of get away with going to certain places. But
Yeah.
college, that's why, I feel like, okay, there was one time where I went to Guelph because one of my good friends, his little brother was having a house party and he wanted me to DJ the house party. So I came and I looked around. I was just looking or observing my scenario. And I'm like, I could never go out here anymore. Like, we used to tear those Guelph streets up. But now they look like children. And they're not. They're like 18, 19, 20. But I feel like after a certain age, and I don't know what the age is, just like there's like the dynamic shifts.
Do the thing.
for my sanity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought you were gonna say something to them.
No.
I thought someone was about to go. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, no. But eventually, I might have to.
I was gonna do it at the hour, and it was about to approach it.
Yeah.
After a certain age, the dynamic shifts, and you kind of just don't really vibe with it anymore.
I feel you. I mean, yeah.
The young
eventually,
people spot is warehouse.
yeah. You
That's
can't
like
be.
the
But
restaurant.
does that even count as a club? No.
Oh yeah, it's not
No,
a
no,
club.
no, that's not a club.
Yeah, it's like a
I haven't been to
club.
warehouse in a very long time.
I've been to
but
warehouse
I
in
would
a
go.
minute.
I would go.
Like since like COVID, I haven't been to warehouse.
That $5 menu has
It's so shit.
It's fire.
There's fire.
It's fire.
When you're 21 and 22. And,
Oh, yeah, when you're young. But now
fire.
as an adult, you're like, yo, I'm not going to to that fire-ass $5
But
food.
not for the taste of food, but I think for the overall, like for what you get for the $5, it's pretty good.
For everyone who doesn't know, Warehouse is a restaurant, kind of like a restaurant chain. There's like 3 or 4 locations or 2 or 3 locations.
There's about like 3 now.
Yeah, in Toronto that has like extremely loud music. It's terrible service, but everything on the menu is like $5.
There can be bare open tables. They're gonna have a line.
Yeah.
Like they're just like that. They'll
It's
make
that type
But
of
you can
like,
get
lines.
food, and it's not the $5 where you're getting one taco for $5. Those types of places. It's
Burger,
like you
fries.
could get a burger and fries for $5, a whole plate of macaroni $5, a whole plate of nachos $5.
ribs and fries for
Yeah,
But they're hit and miss.
They are hit and miss though. Yeah, I've had some shit dishes at Warehouse.
but I feel like Warehouse is the type of place that you stumble to. It's not
Yeah.
a plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't plan, but that's when it slaps. Like if you're just out and you're hungry and you pass by Warehouse and you're like, yo, let's just go to Warehouse.
Yeah.
That'll hold you down.
Oh, for sure.
Warehouse
sure.
is fire after your bar hopping. Like that was like
Yeah.
the best meal I got.
Especially when I was younger, like dates, Warehouse was my date spot.
You went to
get
a
in,
date-
get anything
Ow.
you want.
you could barely talk.
You can
in
barely
there.
hear
Is this a
in
safe
Warehouse.
space?
It
Yeah.
is.
You
Yeah.
do that on
I
purpose?
went
Anything
on.
you
I
want.
went to Ryerson, man. So I went on bare
Did
Warehouse
you do that on
dates.
purpose so you can like hear her less or something? Because you can't hear anybody in that
Literally.
whole place.
Hey, you're a broke ass student.
Nah,
You're
I
trying to
don't
take shorties out. Warehouse.
I feel like you guys are kind of exaggerating how loud.
No,
Warehouse is.
Tresor,
I
it's
think you're
loud.
underestimating.
Yeah, you definitely it's loud.
Well, I don't know. I've never felt like I was screaming to talk to the person
Yeah,
across from me.
it's loud. Like it's loud in there.
Like you have to repeat yourself at least twice, like just to
Absolutely.
repeat something.
No, but I liked Warehouse because the ambiance, like it looked cool.
Did it?
It did.
Yeah,
The
it
CN
did.
Tower's right there. It's open. There's lights and shit.
the interior is great. It's
Yeah.
just, like,
It's giving. I don't want to spend more than $30 on this date.
Yeah, and I didn't. I'm like 20 years old. What am I like? What?
Like, that's a
I
low.
think I
Yeah.
think the biggest goofy move that dudes do is, and I will go out on a limb. I don't care. The biggest goofy move that dudes pull is spending a bunch of money on a woman that you do not know that you like or not yet. I'm not saying don't spend money on women, but I'm saying at least know that you like this girl first.
Are you the type to be like, let's go on a coffee date?
No, because we're not gonna
let's
go.
to Starbucks first.
No,
so I
because
can
we're
get
not
to know
going
you.
anywhere. We're not going
There's a
anywhere
Great cafe down the street.
until you've already passed a certain threshold. Like I'm not the type of guy where if I meet you today, I'm asking you on a date for tomorrow.
Oh, you're not?
Nah, I need to we need to speak first.
I've had guys ask me, I'll offer it.
See, I
Like,
don't.
hey, miss, you look great today. I'd like to take you out for a drink.
That's too
sometime,
risky for
or
me.
Take you out
hey,
to dinner.
miss.
No, not hey, miss, but like you guys see you on the street, be like, oh man, like can I take you out to dinner
and
sometime? Can I
ultimately,
get your
though,
number?
ultimately though, that's lust. Like that's not
Yeah.
even really like
Yeah.
how much can he know about you?
Exactly.
Really?
Well, no,
Like,
he just sees me. I look good. He
Yeah,
wants to take me out to
yeah,
dinner.
And hot take, I feel like those guys aren't good conversationalists, so they try to mask
I've honestly never accepted a date from a guy like
Yeah.
right.
because they try to
off.
mask it through the date.
Yeah.
I feel like I can speak to women and like have enough intriguing conversations that we could get to know each other to a certain level to where I know if I want to actually go out with you or not.
Then we're going to Warehouse.
Nah, not anymore. I wouldn't go to Warehouse now.
you can't. Do
Let me
that.
talk to her for 2 weeks. Then she get this Warehouse date. $30, baby.
It depends though. But if it's someone that likes Warehouse, yeah, we could go to Warehouse.
No, I don't like Warehouse anymore.
Took it to
Tresor.
warehouse with
That's
my
a lie.
OSAP.
Some
people
people
have different
like Warehouse.
tastes.
Some people like trashy food.
Okay, I have a question because I've been watching Love is Blind and I love music. If you're watching season 4 of Love is Blind, I hope you are enjoying the mess. April 16th is the live reunion. We will be back to discuss. But these hoes don't watch it. But regardless,
They gotta get you to host it or something.
I gotta replace fucking Vanessa Lachey.
I'll watch
yo.
it eventually.
But there was a situation on Love is Blind where everyone, if you know what Love is Blind is, obviously it's a show on Netflix where people get engaged without seeing each other. They date through a wall, right? So there's a couple on Love is Blind, and one of the men, like the man in the relationship, he does very well for himself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell he has, a few nice things. He has a really good job. He's in a nice place, whatever. The girl he's with probably is not as well off as he is, but she still can hold her own. I think she has like a roommate, whatever, stuff like that. He lives on his own, obviously. But like there was an episode where she kind of like asked him like, oh, like, like I can tell you have very expensive things, like very expensive clothes. Like how much have you like spent on an item? Like what's the most expensive, or what's the most expensive thing that you own? To me, that's an invasive question. And I get it. In Love is Blind, they're technically going to be married, so she should kind of know where his money's going. But to me, it's like, do you guys pocket watch the women that you're dating? Because I would hate for a man to be like, oh, like, you're wearing, you know, a Prada bucket hat. I see you got, you know, that chain on. You're wearing this watch. Oh, you got money. Like, you got money. You're expensive. Because I hate that shit.
You expensive, you know that? Hashtag Drake voice. But it was the guy that asked the girl this question?
No, the girl asked the guy.
Okay.
She asked him, like, oh, like, what's the most expensive item you have?
Okay.
Or what's the most you spent on an item? Because she just noticed that he has, you know, he has designer this, designer that, blah, blah, blah. Do you think that's invasive, or do you pocket watch the women that you date?
I don't think the question inherently is invasive, but I do think the context that leads up to her asking that question and the reason she's asking that question is kind of pocket watchy for sure.
Go.
And invasive a little bit. Like the context.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it invasive, but
yeah, because I feel like, because in that context, she's trying to figure out how much, like, you know, the ballpark of
how much
what
he
his
maybe
finances
makes.
are.
Right,
you know, something along those lines. And that's pocket watching. Is that invasive? Doesn't everybody do?
To a degree, everybody does. They do it in their mind. They might not say it.
That's probably just over the line. Yeah.
Yeah, they might not say it, but people do it in their mind.
But I think that's just something that people do when they judge other people. Not even like on a, oh, broke ass person, or I have more money than this person. Just like, I don't know, it's someone's class almost, you know? It's like seeing where they come from, you know? So I feel like that is a thing that people assess. To what extent, though, I think is where it becomes tricky.
I don't think it's invasive, but I think the context in which you ask it really matters. Because I don't think I would be like, if you had on some like Dior shoes or something, and I saw them, I was like, damn, like, those are nice. How much did those cost? I think that's a harmless question. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, and I
hate answering questions like that.
I wouldn't ask that to certain people. Like, I'd only ask that to certain people.
That you're comfortable around.
Like, yeah, like people that I know they're comfortable with me and I'm comfortable with them. Like, I wouldn't be at a party and see a random girl and ask her how much her bag costs.
Right.
You know? But I don't think it's necessarily invasive, because it's generally, at least for me, it's genuine curiosity. Especially if you're not really the flashy type. If you have this Prada bag that you always wear, it might come up. I might ask you, yo, how much was the bag?
Why?
You're just curious.
I can see a girl being a sneakerhead and genuinely being interested into how much you paid for your babes, you know?
I don't know. To me, I've definitely been around men who have, you know, they have like expensive side bags and, you know, they have expensive jewelry and, you know, they're wearing designer T-shirts or whatever. And I've never thought to be like, oh, like, how much was that? Your Burberry side bag or your Prada side bag or your Louis side bag. I've never thought to ask that ever. Because one, it's none of my business, and two, the pocket watching thing for me, I just don't like it.
You know what? Thinking of the context, if you're trying to pursue someone, like if that is the dynamic and that's very clear, and you're asking how much stuff is, it is a little invasive.
That would turn me off. Like if guys like, yo, so how much of those shades you're wearing, or how much is that Louis wallet you had? It's like, nigga, what?
That's why I say it depends. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really depends on the context. Like there are certain situations where it would be fine. Like for instance, if I was like, yo, I'm trying to get these Dior shoes, but like I don't know if this person's trying to tax me. Yo, how much did you pay for yours? Like I don't think that's
different.
That's what I'm saying. The context, it depends.
Yes,
on
but I'm saying like someone you're dating. If a girl was constantly asking, oh, like you know, like I see you wear this and that. Like how much do you spend on your shoes? Like how much do you spend on that hoodie? Like
that sounds kind of superficial.
Exactly.
It depends.
Or like what's the most expensive you have?
That question is kind of, what's the most expensive thing you have is kind of crazy.
The full circle that you've done on this, it's invasive. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't like it. So when she asked it on the TV show, I'm like, girl, you better mind your business.
Yeah, that's kind of, okay.
It has to be, I think it has to be a specific question in a specific context for it.
Because my thing is, as long as our lifestyle, like as long as what you're spending doesn't affect our lifestyle as a couple, I don't care. Like, if we agree that, you know, this is that, like, if you're spending money that's coming out of our mortgage or coming out of our rent or it's affecting the way, you know, we pay our bills or the way we grocery shop, like, that's when you're like, okay, what is going on? But if my husband comes home with a brand new, you know, pair of Louis loafers, but you know, our house is still fine and we saw his food, like everything is, nothing's changed, it hasn't affected our lifestyle, then I genuinely don't care.
I'll pocket watch in my head. Like if we're dating and just one day you just pull up in a G-Wagon, I'll be like, damn, like.
Okay, well, obviously that's a little different.
Like what?
Yeah, like there are things you can't like ignore.
There's things you can't ignore.
Yeah,
so.
I'd be like, like when did you buy this?
Yeah.
And why? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I might not ask how expensive it is, but I'll be like, this is your car?
Yeah, for real.
They're like, yeah. I'll be
If
like,
she pulls
damn.
up with a new bag, you may ask who got it.
Like,
You would
when
ask
did you
until
get
you
that?
date.
No, I would think in my head. Though, yo, who the fuck?
I might say when. I might say when did you get that bag?
I
might
would ask
not
that
say
with intention to know who though. Like I would sneak who into.
So
that.
if it's a new bag that you've seen or like a new bag in general?
This goes back to why men can't ask too many questions. You know? Like I don't know if
it just doesn't sound right coming
I don't know
from
if I
us.
actually
crazy.
Because also it doesn't sound right from us because in a way when women ask men about things, it kind of boosts their ego to say. It's always like, oh, how much was your watch? And I'm like, yeah, you know, like 60,000, you know, ain't none. And she's like, oh my God. Like you feel like that guy would feel better. Because he's wearing that watch for that reason.
There's a reversal woman for that.
If I have a giant bust out, AP, I want people to see this and I want people to talk about
niggas
it.
be like, try to be like you big, bro.
Nah. Me personally,
try to
though.
be like you big,
Bro,
dog.
you know what girls will also do? You'll have a watch on that is like the completely normal, regular, no one would like notice it or something, but they'll pretend that you've got some flash. They'll pretend
You in that guess watch, daddy? Look at that guess watch.
They'll act like you got some real expensive shit on and start bigging you up, and I'm like,
Okay, you with the guess?
like this is your way of getting
We're like, ma'am, this
that's
is
smart, but like,
ma'am, this is a Casio.
yeah, this is a fossil. Who do you think I am?
Come
Like,
on,
stop
G-Shock,
this, you know?
baby.
That's crazy.
Yo, who do you?
I
think,
rate that, though.
When you wear like expensive stuff, who do you think that impresses more, men or women? Like you as a man.
As a woman?
No,
As a
no,
man?
as a man. Because
It depends. 'cause I
How
do think
expensive and what kind of stuff?
let's say full-on suit with like a good brand watch. I don't keep track of them. I don't know.
I think that's more of a woman. I think that impresses women.
You remember
more.
when
I
niggas
can't
dressed
speak
up
for
in
women.
suits and started walking on Twitter and women lost their minds?
Oh my
Wait,
god!
what? Wait, what?
Do you remember when niggas were dressing up in suits and they were walking? I don't know what it was for, but
When was that?
Yeah,
Yo,
just a bunch of guys in suits would be walking, and it's like the business Twitter, the rise and grind Twitter, like investment in real estate's Twitter.
It was like niggas walking in slow mo, adjusting their cufflinks
Yeah,
for
just-
no
yeah.
reason.
Adjusting the-
Pulling shit down.
You guys are stupid.
and they were think piecing it. It was
And then there was
so funny.
casual. Did you see the casual versions? I saw one and people were ripping them to shreds. There was a bunch of guys in the mall with a bunch of bags walking
Yo.
in slow motion.
Oh, yeah, I've
my
seen those
God.
ones. I've seen those
You
ones.
look like a loser, bro.
I don't know. I just feel
Who does
like
a suit do more for, a man or a woman?
It depends. A suit.
it depends.
A suit's
'cause
different than like regular. Because if you're just talking like a dude's just wearing, actually no, I would still say I still say women because I feel like
it
as a
depends on
guy,
the setting.
yeah,
Like if it's like you're going to work, if a man sees a man in a nice suit, be like, okay,
Ooh,
this,
he's professional
This guy's
and,
serious.
you know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's wearing an Armani suit.
I'm talking about like we're in a club. I feel like
Okay,
a lot
you
of
wear
the
a
things.
suit in the
You're in a
club.
suit in the club. I'm looking
You're a
at you
fucking
crazy.
loser.
Yo,
He
there's-
thinks he's James St. Patrick.
There's a lot of context.
Looking over the club in your suit.
There's a lot of context
the
for
dishwasher.
having a suit is like kind of weird and out of place. You know,
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Suits are so awkward. I don't care what people say. If you're wearing a suit out of context, it's
Yeah.
so awkward.
I have a question.
It's almost scary. It's
there was
almost
one
scary.
time, I can't remember where I don't know if I was going to church or I was going to like prom or semi-formal or something. I had to meet my friend down the street from my house. So I had to walk like 2 blocks
In a suit?
my suit. And people are like honking their horn at me. And I'm like, bro, what are you guys act like you've never seen a man in a suit before? It just
I have a
felt
question.
so awkward.
You know how men have like boxers, boxer briefs, and briefs?
Yeah.
Why'd you blink so hard at the briefs? Why'd you blink so
I
hard?
blinked at the same time as I nodded, and it was a very
When I said
aggressive.
briefs, you were like. Anyways, okay, what type of underwear do you wear under a suit? Because I asked one of my guy friends this, and I think his answer was wild.
Boxer briefs.
Yeah, the same
boxer briefs.
Boxer
Boxer
briefs,
briefs.
boxer briefs, boxer. He said
that's
he
it.
wears boxers. And I think that's super uncomfortable.
What?
Like boxers are loose. Isn't
That
that
sounds
uncomfortable?
insane. Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
crazy.
I wouldn't
Isn't
even
that not
say
wild?
for uncomfortable. I feel like that's kind of risky to do because
Your dick swinging.
pants are a very thin material. Like,
And they're tight.
Yeah, like you'll see the lining of boxers through
That's
dress
what I
pants.
thought.
Especially if they're wrinkly, like you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
and if your piece gets hard, like you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
So boxer briefs hold your piece in tighter.
It's more of
It's
a,
more compressed.
yeah, it's more compressed.
It snugs it in.
That's my go-to. I don't really wear boxers like that anymore. Maybe around the house, but like leisurely, like going out.
So
I'm not
what are you wearing a brief for?
I don't own a single pair of briefs.
I don't either.
I feel a brief is a child's
Yeah,
undergarment.
Briefs is like what your mom had to get you, like
Yeah.
at the
Briefs?
last second.
Briefs is like it's like anti-black. Like it's segregation. Like
How
it's,
old were you the last time you wore a brief?
I was a child. Like
I was 5.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Before
I can't
high
remember.
school,
I was 5. Like
I did not enter high school wearing briefs.
I don't even have memories of wearing briefs.
Yeah,
I probably did as a kid.
very,
Yeah, I did.
very, very young. Because I think, especially in our culture, like you can't sag your pants with briefs. Like
no, you can't.
part of your ass
What would
cheeks would
you
be
do?
short.
I have
what
seen
would you do
that.
if you
You've
see a
seen
nigga?
that?
I've seen that
You see a
before.
nigga sag in briefs?
Yeah, and it's crazy. I seen niggas sag in briefs while pooping.
What, excuse
While
me?
pooping?
While hooping.
Oh, I heard pooping.
Me too. I was like, what the fuck?
My bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like, hey, why are you watching nigga shit, dog?
That's why I said excuse. I was taken back by that.
What the hell?
Definitely not watching nigga shit.
yeah, briefs. Nah, that's gotta go. Cause imagine you meet a man out on the town. You guys hit it off.
Down.
He's like, yo, you want to come back to my place? You're like, yes. You guys are about to do the nasty, and he pulls down his pants, and he's wearing tighty whities. I feel like that'd throw off the whole dynamic.
I won't lie. I don't find them appealing.
I don't think anybody.
Because you're just wearing a panty.
a male
A
pants.
male panty. That's what it looks like to me. I don't like it.
Yo.
Yeah, and briefs give you wedgies. Like, there's no way I'm doing a wedgie team.
I love a good boxer brief. Not too high cut, not too low to look like a freaking like.
What?
What do you mean?
What? See, now you're adding things on the boxer brief. What,
Like, I
what
don't
do
want them
you
to be
mean?
body rider boxer briefs. Like, you know how some boxer briefs are like
the
very
kids,
short?
But yeah, but those, I feel like those are just not your size.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
boxer
just-
briefs are not
Yeah,
supposed
like,
to look
those
like
are-
that.
That's just a big nigga wearing small underwear.
I've definitely seen boxer briefs that look like body riders.
Yes, because
Yes.
that's not their size. Like
No.
that's, I'm telling you, those are boxer briefs from like high school that
Yeah.
you
No,
still
Calvin
have.
Klein, I see the guys pose up on the thing.
Yeah,
That's for
And
y'all.
they're short. No, nigga.
They don't sell like
That's
that.
Yes, they do.
They don't sell like that.
Guys,
all
I'm
of
telling
them, not
you.
all
Boxer
of them.
briefs though.
I have
No, I'm
Calvin
saying,
Klein
listen,
boxer briefs. They're
they
not
have
pitch.
short. That's what I'm saying. They have short ones, and if Nike has also long pants, I'm talking about because I was looking at the diagram of all the
What
different.
are you looking at boxer brief diagrams for?
It was just I was in Sport Check, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, and it was like brief, boxer brief, boxers, and then it had 2 levels of boxer brief. It had short top boxer brief and like mid thigh boxer brief, or like long boxer brief.
Short top?
Yeah.
That's what they were called?
Short top.
Like,
Well, yeah, there's like the what are those called? PSG, PS something. Those brand of boxer briefs
I don't know.
that all
familiar.
the Instagram people and the athletes wear. It's called like PSG.
like
or-
compression shorts?
no, they're boxers, but those ones are like long.
I don't like when they're too long. It looks like you're wearing like cycling shorts. I don't like that.
Or
I want them to be like
compression
mid thigh.
shorts.
Mid thigh.
I'd wear compression shorts for basketball, but that was it.
But nah,
And
but
do you
even
wear
that, I'm not
briefs
jacking
under
it.
that?
Yeah, do you wear underwear under your
That's
compression
a good.
shorts?
That's a good question.
I do.
I started to.
I do because I don't
He
want.
said I was not.
I started
before.
to.
Yeah,
I remember not at first, and then I got a really good like pair of compression shorts with like the padding, like the Dwight Howard ones, and then I started.
I just don't want the sweat directly straight to the compression shorts.
Your
I need a
balls sweat?
buffer. Yeah, I need a buffer.
That's why you need a nice pair of compression shorts. It'll like dry fit, good material.
That's
Do you
also-
wear underwear under your swim trunks?
No,
No.
Interesting.
you're not supposed to.
But like sometimes I feel
I
like
feel like a lot of guys do.
I'm like one of those guys
Some
that
guys-
never has his own bathing suit and is wearing like ball shorts.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
that-
when I
that's
wear
true.
boxers.
If it's real bathing trunks,
Then
it
no.
has the lining in it. So like it feels weird if you wear underwear because it's almost like there's underwear in it already.
Okay.
If you're wearing ball shorts in the pool, then yeah, you gotta wear underwear or your piece is
That's what
literally
I-
gonna be showing.
yeah.
It feels like
Why'd
you're wearing
you do
like two.
this?
boxers at the same
Your
time.
piece is literally gonna be on display.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go under the water and get out the water, before you get out the water, you have to fix yourself because your piece is going to show.
What do you mean show like the outline?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And you're in the pool, so it's probably not your,
Yep.
It's not your best day.
It's not your
It's not the best day to do that.
Oh my god!
I think that's a part of. But I think that's a part of
These
maturing.
small dick conversations. I can't.
I think
can't
that's a part.
escape them, eh?
I think that's a part of maturing. Also, getting actual swimming trunks.
And not
Like
using
after
ball
a
shorts.
certain point, you have to stop just wearing ball shorts. Just get swimming trunks.
I need to grow the fuck up.
I didn't know that men just wear ball shorts.
A lot of times, yeah.
A lot of times we don't go to pools.
Yeah, like, we're not in the water
we don't have
enough.
a reason to wear them.
I feel you.
If you're lucky enough to find a pair of swimming trunks that look cool, like just get them.
Just get plain black ones and just be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, another question I had, because it's from Love is Blind. You guys know I've been watching Love is Blind. Because I asked this on Twitter and I asked this on Instagram because why are you getting up?
Ask your little question.
Where are you going?
Because he knows the question I asked.
Question.
Why do you hate it?
Because it's stupid.
I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, so I didn't see the question.
Anyways, I don't know why it's stupid because it actually happened, and apparently it happens a lot.
What is the question?
So, if you propose to a woman, right? Will you marry me, baby? She says, yes, daddy, I will. Boom. Engaged. She's wearing the ring. Engagement's okay. Shit goes left on her account, you know. She doesn't want to be engaged anymore, you know, whatever. Call off engagement. You go, okay, cool. You know, we don't have to be involved. I get it. You don't want to beat me, whatever. But since we're no longer engaged, I would like the ring back. She goes, actually, I'm keeping the ring. What's your next course of action?
Give me back the fucking
Yeah,
ring.
I want the ring back still.
Yeah,
Who
like,
the fuck is keeping the
I
ring?
might laugh. Like, that's funny.
No, some people do.
Some people do for sure.
Some
Because
people
some
do.
women see it as, oh, it was a gift.
But you
So
can
it's
ask,
mine,
you can request
and
this back.
It's not what an
Two-
engagement ring is.
Two, they see it as, oh, well, you know, at the time I accepted the engagement ring, I wanted to marry you, so I'm going to keep the ring. Like, it doesn't change anything.
What kind of toxic
But-
bullshit is that?
Nah, see, but the reason why I'm not jacking it is you're not going to be still wearing the ring.
No,
You're not wearing the engagement ring.
for sure.
So what are you keeping it for?
Maybe they're wearing on a different
you're either
finger.
Yeah,
keeping
if
it.
it's nice.
I don't think so.
I mean, I wouldn't. I personally
and engagement
wouldn't.
rings are so specific looking that, well, majority of the time they look like engagement rings. You can't wear an engagement ring on your pinky finger. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. So you're either keeping it because you're trying to sell it yourself, or like what other reasons are you
Or you
keeping
want
it? Because
attention for people asking, oh, when'd you get engaged?
what are you? Yeah, like that's the thing that I don't understand is what is the purpose of keeping it because you are not going to be wearing it anymore. It's different if it's a car and you use the car and you want to keep the car that I bought you.
Right.
But a ring, what are you keeping it for?
I agree. To me, it's like I see as an engagement ring as, okay, this ring is a reflection
Signifies,
of
yeah.
our commitment, right? I'm giving you this ring because I'm asking you to commit to marrying me. This is a symbol of our commitment. This is a symbol of us getting married. It's a symbol of our engagement. If there's no more commitment and there's no more engagement and I'm no longer marrying you, I feel like I would return the ring.
You should.
I don't see
I
the
think
issue
so.
with keeping them. But a lot of women be like, no, it's a gift.
That's
What are
crazy.
you doing
That's
with the
insane.
gift now? That's the
insane.
thing. What are you doing? Are you just gonna keep it in your room? That's a waste.
Well, what
And
are you
then
going to do
also-
with it?
No, but then I'm gonna return it and get my money back.
You can't return ring. I don't think you
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
you
You can
can.
sell. You can sell them at least.
But pawn it, you mean?
No.
You can sell it. You don't have
You
to
can
pawn
sell it. You don't have to.
Sell
like-
it back to the jeweler?
No.
Any jeweler.
Any jeweler.
Any jeweler. Yeah.
I'm calling Saul.
I'm calling Oliver.
I honestly, I asked this on Instagram questions, and I got a lot of responses from men. Some men said they're gonna get their mom to jump them or their sisters to jump them, or they're gonna do small claims court
Fair.
or whatever.
Yeah. I think you would win that in court every time.
Yeah.
I think it was over a certain amount. Yes.
Yeah, Saul.
Yeah.
Don't get that case for me.
But sometimes they say, like, apparently I don't know what the legalities are about it being a gift. Technically, someone is saying, oh, technically it's a gift, and you know, with legalities and gift, you can't, or you don't necessarily can request a gift back. I don't know.
What legality is that?
I don't know. That's what people. I don't know.
feel like
I literally
there's-
don't know.
I feel like there has to be rules specific for marriage where that's not necessarily.
No.
I hear you.
I think anything after paperwork is legal. Anything before that is fair game. It depends on how much like the ring is to get it back.
There must be an episode of Judge Judy about this.
Yeah, for sure.
There has to be an episode of Judge Judy about this.
I don't know, and then also my thing is, if I'm the next guy that you date, I'm going to wonder why you kept your ex's engagement ring. Like, that's weird. Why am I?
So you'd rather her sell it?
As the new guy?
I guess. Or as the old guy. Like,
as the old guy, I want it back. Like, as an old guy, I want it back. As a new guy, I don't know why you still have that, because you're not wearing it, you're not selling it, you just have it in your house for what?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I feel like I was making some bullshit like, oh, this reminds me of my past and what I should do better. Like, fuck
shut
off.
up. Yeah.
Make some bullshit. Just remember the mistakes you made.
Yeah. No, I'm not with that.
You are not with what?
Her stealing the ring.
Stealing? I'm not calling it stealing. We're not calling it stealing.
Well, realistically, like you can't take it off her finger forcefully. So
a lot of guys said they chop her hand off.
Okay.
They take her finger off.
I'm getting my woman friends to jump her. So Zoe, you're gonna.
I'm not jumping nobody.
I want you to be that friend for me though.
To jump women.
Like
for
if
you?
I have problems with women, like can you be the friend that goes and jumps them for me?
It depends on what they did to you. It was like, oh, she broke up with me.
What would it take for you to jump someone over for me?
Jump, like physically beat someone's ass.
Like you call your friends and like yeah.
What would it take? I don't even know if I have a lot of friends at this age who are willing to jump someone.
Okay, it's me and you at like a function or something. It's me, or something. Someone says something. What is it gonna take for you
to beat someone's ass for you?
Yeah.
I feel like if like she got physical with you first, I would jump in. Like if she was really like trying to like beat you up and you were trying to be like, oh no, stop.
I'm gonna let Zoe
stop. Then I would jump in and like just hit her. Be like, yo, you need to chill out. Or I'd push her or something like that, or like kick her.
Are you a good fighter?
Of course I'm a good fighter.
Zoe's definitely a good fighter.
I've gotten into a few
couple scuffles.
Tussles in my lifetime.
She's definitely broken some noses before.
I've definitely gotten into a few fights. But like the thing is, I don't.
Have you fought over somebody? Like remember the story I told about like my girl and like my ex-girl, sorry, like from years ago that like
ex-girl
that called me to the basketball court and was like, this nigga's getting in my face. You need to come here right now. And I came and he was like a midget. Like,
right. So what's the question?
He was a short person.
A little person.
What? Oh, sorry.
No, it's an hour and a half. Trey.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, just the beat
Yeah,
up a little person.
I'll take it out. It's okay.
No, I was just saying what it takes for.
He said, "What would it take for me to get physical with a woman on his behalf?"
Because you know how Zoe is kind of like that friend that you would call to jump another woman if you needed a woman jumped.
But I get what you mean. I don't know if I would call Zoe.
I'm being dramatic.
Yeah, but I feel like if something happens in the moment, she would fight. But
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But like, if you were like, oh, like this girl just keyed my car, I need you to pull up here right now. Like it just depends on where I'm at and like you want me to beat her ass right now, like
right now. She's
like,
here,
and I have to.
Here's the Addy.
Like,
you're on the phone
in the moment.
Just you wait till she gets here.
I want that.
So
Zoe.
on the fucking way, bitch. I don't know.
Now Zoe's coming.
I would come, but I feel like me driving, I'd be like, do I really have to fight this girl? Like, but if I saw a girl like try to like beat on one of you guys, I feel like I'd definitely step in and like beat her ass. Like, yo, you need to stop. Or if I like witnessed a girl like try to like run Tresor over with a car or some shit, yeah, I'd drag her out the car.
That was way too specific of a scenario.
Guys, I've seen a video like that where
I'd get
this
involved
girl
if they tried to run him over.
or her little brother, I guess some girl was trying to run over her little brother, and she literally dragged the girl, beat her ass out the car. Good. I would do that for sure. Don't try to like kill one of my friends. Like if it was like my little cousins, I'll beat up a teenager for my little cousin for sure. Some of the teenage girls are reckless. I would beat a teenager's ass.
I'm scared about my little cousin. I'm scared about that. Like being told something about my niece or nephew about like another kid
and having to beat up a kid.
I hope it does.
Because that's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope.
Now their gangbanger uncle or dad is coming to fight you.
That's not even what I'm concerned about.
And now someone else has to. It's.
I had debates about that when I had to go like beat like my sister's ex-boyfriends. Like it was a real huge
boyfriends.
Debate.
Multiple,
not
like a group of niggas.
Not at the same time, but like yeah.
No, so you've had to fight multiple guys.
I've gotten jumped by like attempted.
Jumped.
Yeah. Like Tresor knows who my sister is. Like the school that they went to, like it was very weird. So like the one time like my sister got involved with somebody, like it was a really bad, stupid. I'm not gonna say his name, but like he got his friends to meet me outside of that school, and I pulled up, and they had
By yourself.
I pulled up. I don't care. It was like freaking young niggas, and I was bodybuilding at the time. I didn't care, and they all tried to jump me. So like it was.
You were in the gym, so you thought, nah, fuck it.
Literally.
That's tough. That's a sticky situation. So.
That is very sticky. I don't. And this was what, in school?
Yeah, I was like in grade 12 at the time.
Damn.
That's a tough one.
And did you get suspended?
No one. No, like everyone knew what happened, but no one snitched or said anything.
That's a tough one still.
Have you ever been suspended for fighting or like suspended for anything?
Yes, and I have the video on my phone actually.
You have video of your phone of you being suspended?
No, there's a video of me getting into a fight, which led me to getting suspended.
And it got passed around. It got sent to everybody and stuff. And
No, like somebody took the video of it happening, and like the principal came around and obviously did an investigation, and somebody gave the video, and I lied to it was me and my friends. We all lied to the cops of when they got involved. And we said, nah, nothing happened, nothing, blah, blah, blah. Then the video got taken to the principal. The principal saw it and was like, okay, so you lied to me, you lied to the police, you get suspended for a week. And one of the kids who I beat up, he apparently claimed that I broke his neck, quote unquote. And I said, what fucking bullshit is that? If I broke his neck, he wouldn't be walking. So, I don't know. It was a weird situation that one time I got suspended. Every other time, that's it.
I got suspended in elementary school. I don't remember what I did.
Bro, I got...
Shit
you got
your pants?
suspended?
I didn't get suspended. No. I almost did once, but no.
I
Shitting
got
your pants.
I didn't get suspended for shitting my pants. I got suspended for something else.
We'll circle back to your traumatic school experiences. But I got suspended, and it was in school. You know, it was in school suspension. You have to still have to go to school, but you work from the
I've
fucking.
had those.
When you work from the principal's office, that bullshit. Okay, so I got an in school suspension because there was this. I can't even say it. Yo, this podcast, like, you don't think it's big until you realize that's so.
In high school or elementary?
You know those ones? Like, I don't know if I can say names.
I definitely know
So
those ones.
I had a teacher. I won't say her name because I don't know if a niece or child might see this. But I had a teacher. I won't say what school I went to in middle school, and the teacher was very cross-eyed, like wildly cross-eyed, like looking to the window, to the wall at the same time. And I remember she got us in trouble, and she was like, "You come here," and no one had any idea who she was talking to because her eyes were not fixated on a single person.
Oh, no.
And she was like, "You,
Oh, no.
come here," and everyone just stood there because no one knew what she was talking about. And then she goes, "You," and I was like, "Who are you talking to?" Because no one could tell. And I got it. And I got an in-school suspension because I told her no one knew who she was looking at.
That's wild. I won a rap battle once by saying that.
Excuse me?
Cross-eyed?
I podcaster, rapper, actor, make money. Back in the day, right? When I like in high school, I used to do battle raps. Like I would go to different schools and stuff, and there'd be bets and shit.
Really? Can you battle rap right now?
No.
Please.
You want me to battle rap you?
Battle rap Jasor.
Battle rapper.
No,
on!
definitely not.
No. I gotta see this.
Wait, we have to do it off pod first.
No,
we can't raw dog.
Oh,
this.
no.
Oh,
Yeah,
raw
we
dog.
can't.
But I'm
Why?
just saying, I know that
His filter for rap battling is different.
the
What
punchline
do you
that
do,
I
call me
said.
ugly? I'll cry. No kidding.
See?
Anyway,
Made a girl cry.
Oh my
hold
God,
on.
stop.
I need
Too many things happening at once.
more on that in a second. But no, I was battling a kid that was cross-eyed, and the punchline I said to him, and that, like, I swear to God, I was a new kid at the school. It changed my whole high school experience. I said to him, the punchline was just look at me when I'm talking to you or something.
Oh no!
And the atrium erupted.
Battle rap me, bro.
No,
Please.
no, we're not doing this right now.
Bop, 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 bop. Green shirt.
Green shirt.
Green shirt.
You know what rhymes with Zoe Smith?
Holy shit.
Annoying bitch.
What else?
You know what rhymes with Zoe Smith? No hips.
Wholeness.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's stop.
Faux lips. Because they fake. Get it?
But my lips
Faux
are
lips.
real.
It doesn't matter in this rap battle.
Yo, did you notice how sensitive she got real quick?
Oh, what the fuck?
She just went, oh, my lips are real.
No, rap battling.
What else? I want more.
No hips.
I don't really have hips though. They're not like large. They're a little bit.
Toe chips. Because your toes is
My
crusty.
toes are okay.
Toe chips.
I have to get a bit. You ain't even see my toes. How you know they're chipped?
It's a rap battle. It doesn't matter what's true
Okay,
or
keep
not.
going.
That's all you get for free.
Yeah, no,
You guys are so annoying. Don't be
I want to see
boring.
you rap battle Ice Spice.
Yeah. Gotta take on your
That'd be
nemesis.
fun.
That'd be
I'm
good
not
television.
a rap. She's not my nemesis one.
I think
And I'm
that'd be
not a
good.
rapper.
Good television.
Ice Spice.
You say
Are we
that
trying
I'm
to-
good but you hudda. I slap you in the da-da-da.
Hey. Hey. Ooh. Hey.
Anyway, to
Hold on.
revisit. Oh,
Let's
God.
go.
Wish that
Let's
you
go.
would've.
Let's go.
To revisit the
I'm
Ice
so
Spice.
happy I got to finally use that sound effect.
Oh, this is so annoying. If we're speaking of Ice Spice, because I know, what, a couple months, last year, around this time? Maybe last summer?
We had some
Right
Right
things to
after,
say.
around Rolling Loud time. You know, we were, like, Ice Spice had just come out with her
Munch.
Munch. And we were,
What
you know,
was this?
I was trying to do, you know, the move where she bends over and puts her hand in her coochie. I was trying
Do
to-
it.
Do it. Yeah. You made me rap. Do it.
Absolutely.
We're trying to take this podcast to the next level,
Do it
so
right
come
now.
on, let's
Do it
go.
right now.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Contact.
Do
Come
the
on.
Ice
Come on. Come on.
Spice.
Contact.
Battle rap me first, and then I'll do my, like, damn,
Yeah?
sheer mood.
We
Shake
did
on
it
it. Shake on
already.
it. Shake on it right now.
No, I'm not doing it.
Wow.
Anyways,
Pussy.
so, what was I saying again?
Talking about Munch.
Yeah, we're talking about Ice Spice. You know, Munch just came out. We're talking about, you know, what's the longevity of her? Is she going to wear out fast? You know, they were pushing her so much with the whole TikTok sounds and, you know, they were racking up her prices like crazy for appearances. Now that we're almost a year in from that moment, she was getting booked at every Rolling Loud. How do we see the trajectory of her? Is it what you expected? Is it not what you expected? Because we were kind of like, she might get worn out a little quickly. But now she's kind of like, she has a couple bangers going. She has, you know, a few hits or whatever. How do you think is that what you expected? Are you surprised? Are you like, okay, she kind of has a good run going? How do you see the trajectory of Ice Spice going?
I think,
All right, found it.
realistically, I think she's doing better than I thought that she would be doing. And it's not necessarily just music-wise. I think Ice Spice as just like a brand, whoever, I don't know if it's on purpose or the internet did it for her. The Ice Spice brand is amazing.
The
Like,
fandom? Yeah.
I don't know when,
Princess Diana.
because in that clip, when we were talking about Ice Spice, I said that she was getting the Coil Ray treatment. Like it's popular to make fun of her now and clown her.
Yeah,
I don't know
low-
when it shifted, but
Right.
it completely shifted to now where it's like there's Ice Spice stands. And a big thing on TikTok is everyone's profile picture is Ice Spice, like that one picture of her with the straight hair.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's picture is Ice Spice, and it's almost kind of a joke where people like compare Ice Spice to like Tupac or something.
Yeah.
That's wild.
but that just pushes her as a brand, and she's been doing an amazing job. And I think it's also because her as a person. I think when she came out, a lot of people thought that she was gonna be like the coochie rappers type of girl, and I think academics said this, and I kind of agree with it. Is that I think a lot of people like Ice Spice because guys also like Ice Spice because she's not doing the whole "you're a trick, take his
Right,
money,
right.
niggas ain't
Make his
shit"
pockets
type.
hurt.
Yeah, like she's not
Yeah.
really doing that. She does like her little baddie music, but she's not shitting on guys. And I think guys appreciate that she's just, she's just doing her thing.
Yeah.
She seems like a nice person. She doesn't talk crazy about people. She kind of minds her business, even when the beef stuff comes up or like gossip or drama. Because she's had multiple chances to
like get wrapped
say
up
stuff
in the
about
bullshit.
people or
Yeah.
talk for clout or whatever, and she's never done it. You've never heard her talk bad about anyone. I think whoever's on her marketing team is doing an amazing job. Her like social media, that's the thing. If Ice Spice never makes another song again, she'll be good just off of her name and likeness.
I don't
she
think
would.
so.
I
I
think
heard
she
a
would.
think
3-song
she's
run
still-
of her in the club.
She
No,
would.
for sure. But I think she still like needs to do it. Like, there's no way it's like, okay, she's done with music with her, her little EP and, a couple singles that she's going to be good forever.
But not off of the music. I'm talking about off of her brand. She could branch off and do so many different things because she is who she is. I think she'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly thought the way they first like came out with her, like, after Munch and how she just blew up and, she's performing this one song and, it was kind of getting repeated. I thought they were really going to run into that like wall of like fatigue where it's okay, like, girl, like, are you going to do anything else? Like, you're doing the same shit. You're on the same stage, shaking your ass the same way, covering your coochie. Like, what's new? But I'm glad, they have put her in the upward trajectory, because I was really expecting her to like tire out quickly. But I'm glad they held on to the back of the truck. They're skating.
You see the Spice cabinets? They're skating.
That's what they're called. Her fan base.
There's
Spice
like
cabinets?
I don't know. I've heard a bunch of different names for that. I think that's funny, but I think it's interesting, just the whole Ice Spice thing. I want to read this tweet that I thought was very interesting, and I want to hear your reaction to this because you're the woman and everything, and I think it speaks more to you. Anyways. The tweet says, "What made you want to become a munchkin?" It's got like a picture, I guess Munchkin Spice cabinet.
Ice Spice. Yeah.
This woman goes, "As soon as men started getting too comfortable disliking her and sexualizing her to a gross degree, I felt this urge to stand by her, and we've been one of my followers ever since. One of my friends, whatever that acronym is that people." But I thought that was interesting.
I don't get it. So you're saying because men sexualized her, they felt the need to stand by her and like...
Yeah. And
Yeah, I'm not rolling.
I feel like I just...
What do you think about that?
I don't really know. Like, I mean, men sexualize almost every woman in the rap game.
But she's kind of like... I feel like this is something that you see on social media often. Like, men will just like have opinions or perspectives towards women, and it's like... What this girl is saying is, like, she doesn't really care about Ice Spice. She's not, like, a fan. But I see that the men were saying things about her I don't like, and that's why I'm going to, like, ride by her, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's almost, like, that's, like, a thing that black people sort of do sometimes, like, support everyone black and shit like that. Do you feel like that? Do you ever feel compelled to just, like, stand by someone because she's just a woman or because she's being talked about a certain way in social media? Because I feel like
really.
What she said was like the honest version of how a lot of people navigate these conversations.
I've never felt the need to like stand by a public figure just because how other people have felt about them. Like, I have to generally connect with them in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'm not just going to be a fan of, I don't know who the example is, but a fan of whatever just because. That's like saying, oh, I'm only a fan of Meg because... she needed women to stand by her. Like, I'm a fan of Meg because I like her music. I like what she stands for. I like her story. Mm-hmm. She's very talented.
But, like, even in an example
but I don't know I would be someone's fan just because of that. I could support as a woman, but I don't know. I feel like that's hard to, like...
I feel like a lot of people that were coming out in support of Meg weren't really
her fans.
They were just kind of standing in solidarity for women, which is good.
That is still good. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I feel like she's reaching in this tweet about Ice Spice, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit different because Ice Spice, like I said, men are men. Men sexualize anything with boobs and an ass. Yeah. Barely even boobs and an ass. Men sexualize anything with a vagina. So
and that's
the industry, unfortunately, too. And that's kind of her brand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's her bag. She's shaking ass, covering her coochie.
But I'm just saying, like, the way that this girl's so explicitly, like, okay, men are saying bad things about her, so that's why I'm going to start.
Are men saying bad things about her, though?
Well, that's the reach. That's what's, like, not even...
about Ice Spice,
yeah.
bro.
I don't know if I've seen men,
guys,
like, openly
Ice Spice.
say
That's
bad things
I've
about
never
Ice
heard men
Spice.
say one bad thing about her.
I've heard men say, I'm a munch. But men are openly calling themselves
guys
munches
love
now.
Ice Spice, so that's cap.
But it's like she's just finding a reason to have division against men, Like,
well, that's most of social media.
Yeah.
I don't find reason to be angry about anything.
Yeah, guys love Ice Spice. And also, damn, what was I going to say? I completely lost my train of thought. Never mind.
I guess. But, I mean...
We'll see. We'll see how she keeps it going.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I think she's still on an upward trajectory. She's going to need another hit. For sure.
Not for a bit.
Not for a little bit.
She got a little handful of
them. She's a little 1-2, like, good, solid.
She's gonna need
She might need one more, hit.
Yeah, to put her on the map.
Have you heard the Ice Spice set in the club?
No, I haven't been to the club in a really long time.
I've heard it.
I was in the club recently, and,
So what's the set? It goes Munch, In Her Mood.
And the...
Princess Diana. Bikini Bottom.
And the one with...
I don't like bikini. That's my least favorite one.
They're
playing that.
The boys.
I heard that in the club. Yeah,
and
they're playing that in the club.
And they went stupid.
The boys are Leah. In the club.
Yeah, and it went up. Like, it went stupid. Like, I
that's
feel like
a very childish song.
Like, she's good.
Like, that song in the club.
She's good.
Us hearing that song in the club at 26, 27 is wild.
We were sitting here saying, "Is she gonna be a one-hit wonder?" No. I think she's got it.
I agree with you though. You should not be a 28-year-old woman talking about grabbing my da-da-da. I don't think. Leave that for that's like a 16-year-old, like 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And just stop it.
Did she say grabbing my da-da-da?
She said I'm grabbing my da-da-da.
Yep.
That's what
she said.
What's wrong with her?
Think about things that I should have done.
Okay, I did not know that's what she was saying.
And I know, like, kind of like to how Snoop Dogg will shizzle my nizzle words and make things up. She's da-da-da her words. But what is the word that she was trying to say?
I thought she was like
grabbing my da-da-da. What is the?
You know what
da-da-da?
I thought? You know what I thought it was? Remember that song, "Don't Drop That Dun-da-da" or whatever, and it was about it was like a twerk song.
Yeah.
I thought that's what she was saying.
No,
I don't think it's the same.
because a dun-da-da. Because a dun-da-da, if I'm correct, is
Got my da-da-da.
it's a pill. It's like what West Coast people call like Molly or
Why
something.
is this? Who's calling me?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It was a slang for that.
Grabbing my
Why is that
da-da-da.
calling me?
I don't know, bro.
Answer it.
No.
You have to answer it.
Who's calling you?
Just so you know, if you speak, you're going to be on the podcast. I'm recording my podcast. So if you speak, you're going to be on the Relentless Diaries this episode. Just be very wary of that.
Let's speak about this jacket.
I'm hanging up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone. I'm in the middle of recording.
We're looking for the jacket. Yeah.
He's what?
I know where you live, gang. About to spin that. About to spin the block.
So do you know how we were talking about how I take clothes and don't give them back? Well,
Yeah,
I wore.
We wanted them.
I have friends on the phone because
Out of
this
4K.
nice gentleman gave me his jacket one night, and I told him, I said, if you give me this jacket, you might not see it again. He's like, all right, that's cool, don't worry, I'll get it back. I've had it for the past 8 months, and I wore it on the pod the other day, and he saw it, and now they're trying to get it back.
You stole his shit.
I didn't steal it. I didn't steal it.
And then wore it.
I didn't steal it.
Thief.
He gave it to me. What?
A man said a baby could have been born in that time.
Anyways, I'm hanging up. Bye.
All right, enjoy the podcast, I guess.
Let's have a good podcast.
Zoe the thief.
Not a thief. Anyways, what were you saying?
Da-da-da.
Think about shit that I should have.
Anyways,
That's fine.
to end this episode, please, we need to do your game. Whatever your... Last week we did Relentless Spelling Bee. Now we're doing Relentless Positions.
Relentless positions.
Relentless
Like point guard?
positions?
Well, the positions.
What kind of positions, Trey?
So apparently the game is he's going to name different sex positions, and we have to guess
What they mean.
what is happening in the
They
position.
mean?
or what implies within the
I feel like
what's
I'm going to be
happening?
good at this.
Okay. First one is the slippery gecko.
She's on her stomach. He's inserting it from the back, but their legs are intertwined.
Okay.
I feel like she's on her stomach on an angle, and you're kind of, the guy is behind her, but like almost like Spider-Man, kind of like this.
Okay.
Word.
She's like straight down underneath.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. We're supposed to act these out.
No. That was it. That was his thing.
Okay.
So mine is... No.
I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Mine is like, I think, a variation of yours, but the slippery strong, I feel like it indicates that that there's like, you're like doing this in like the tub or
Yeah,
the
what
bed's
if they're in
very
water?
wet or something like that, you know, and you're like, you're almost getting slippery like motion from whatever wet surface that you're fucking on. I don't
Okay,
know.
so the slippery gecko, while having sex in the shower, you push your partner up against the wall, kissing her, then quickly inserting your penis into her anus and watch her climb up the wall.
Whoa.
What type of sick list are you looking at?
Whoa.
Is this a real thing?
No. I am not making this up. This is the
Watching her climb up the wall?
Because you stuck it in the wrong hole?
yeah.
No, that's really rude.
That's like menacing behavior.
That's really sick.
You're a menace.
I don't like that one at all. I don't know if I want to play this game anymore.
No. The rest of them are actually just like they're harmless. It's fine. The Cleveland hot waffle.
Cleveland hot waffle?
I remember my Urban Dictionary days as a little kid, and I heard of a Cleveland steamer, and it had something to do with shit.
Okay, you know what? Let's end it here because I'm not doing any.
It's
feces.
no, it's not shit. It's not shit.
Okay.
It's not shit.
I don't know what the Cleveland hot walk. Are you like? Are her legs like up, and then his legs, like her legs are up, but he's hitting it from the side. You know, so you make like a waffle, like you know how
Like the flat iron? No, not the flat iron. The waffle maker?
Yeah, so like my legs would be up, but he would be, so my legs are vertically up, but he would be horizontal hitting it. You know, I'm getting waffle. It's giving me.
Okay. That was a good. Made sense. Like I saw the point A and B.
Just where you go.
I think you guys are both laying like missionary style, but you're like rolling. So it's like when you flip over a wall for me. So you're like rolling down the bed while having sex.
Okay, fair.
I was gonna say something like that, like the fold is like indicating y'all are on top of you. But I think it's like hot Cleveland.
Hot Cleveland waffle. I just lost it. Sorry. The Cleveland hot waffle.
Yeah, it's like that, but you're sweating a lot.
What the fuck?
Okay, so like it's actually very simple. It's
Taking
just,
every word in the
so
title.
it's very simple. It's just basically like having sex in a sauna until you both sweat until none of you can handle it.
I told you sweat was
Oh, so
involved.
the locations are involved too.
Like,
Yeah,
this is
there's some
making
stuff-
it
Listen
more
to
difficult.
the root
Oh,
words.
listen to, okay, give me
Well,
one
you're having
more.
sex in Cleveland?
Tony Montana.
You're doing
Guns have to be involved.
cocaine.
Cocaine and guns have to be
Cocaine
involved.
has to be involved. for
Cocaine
sure.
in your coochie. He's sniffing it out.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what
I
it
knew
is.
it was something to
Run
do with
me
cocaine.
my award.
I was gonna say the
Cocaine in the
backside,
coochie,
but
sniffed out.
The 300.
Kicker
You kick
off
someone.
the bed. This is Sparta.
Kick her in her chest.
Kick her off the bed, fly off, dagger.
You're half right.
Okay.
So you kick her off her bed, and as you're nutting on her chest, he screams, "This is Sparta."
Oh, that's fucking
Bro,
wild.
what list? Okay,
wild.
what's going on?
It's a white people list.
This is
what is going
definitely a
on?
white-
If I searched up like black ones, and they're actually a lot worse.
Why? What the niggas be
What do you mean
doing?
by that?
When I say worse, like this is stuff I cannot say without getting this platform gone. It's not illegal stuff.
What are those
It's-
positions called? The Delaware do-rag?
Okay.
No, but
Anyway,
Tie a do-rag.
no, but
Say it.
I'm just gonna say.
Say it.
I
Say
have
it.
sponsors.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say,
Trojan. Say it.
I'm just gonna say the title,
help.
and you already know where it's called the Jim Crow.
Oh, yeah, no.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
enough.
I don't want to know
This
about a
is
sex
literally-
position.
I'm
called
not
the
saying it. I'm
This
saying
is
like that's how
literally-
bad that list was.
That's enough.
All right, y'all. This has been the Relentless Diaries.
I'm gonna ask when we hit record.
I'm absolutely not hearing it. I will be in LA next week.
Shaking Yash.
Will not be shaking
Painting the town
Yash. I will not be painting the town red either.
Painting the
Benz.
town blue.
No, I'm not doing any of those. I'm not affiliated with any Blood or Crip.
R.I.P. Nip.
No one, please don't.
No
But
association.
yeah, I'll be in LA next week. So when I get back, we will. I don't know. I haven't been able to really get people's schedules on properly with these guests because we have so many guests trying to come on. I'm just not. The schedules aren't clicking. So we're gonna try our best to have a guest on next episode. I feel like we need to shake things up a little bit. We need a little excitement, a little pop, 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 pop.
Hit that
In the
Ice Spice
pod.
pose.
Put some white people on the.
Yeah,
I'm
we need to
joking.
bring
No.
someone that will do the Ice Spice pose.
Actually, no, I'm not doing it. Y'all don't get that.
You
side
know,
of me.
Tim's podcast had Kazumi on, and she was naked the whole episode.
Who's
we
Kazumi?
need someone that will be naked the whole episode.
Kazumi
We
follows
will
me.
not be able to
Yeah.
monetize
I
it
have
at
to
all.
blur
I did
the
her bio
whole
and shit,
thing.
We will not be able to monetize
Have
at
you
all.
slide in her DMs?
No.
Slide in her DMs,
Kazumi?
bro. You might as well.
Who's DMs?
Shoot your shot. Kazumi.
Who's Kazumi?
She's this OnlyFans girl. this
She's on
Asian
Blacked.
Oh.
You might as well slide in her DMs. Because the worst that can happen is she doesn't answer.
Why are you telling
She's
Clyde
I
to do
always
it?
regret.
She's very-
No, because I always regret when I was 19. India Love followed me on Twitter.
No.
On my life, I have the screenshot on my computer. India Love followed me on Twitter. I was one of the 132 people that she followed, and I in my mind was okay, I'm gonna slide in her DMs eventually, but I was way too scared. And then I feel like the day that I was you know what, today's the day.
She unfollowed you.
Her account got hacked.
Oh.
It was gone. I was I'm never getting that follow ever again in my
Yeah.
life. So
That's
it's
crazy.
over. So you might as well just do it, bro. Regret.
Did she follow you?
Yeah.
She follows you?
Not India or Kazumi.
Yeah. Follows you?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you slide in the DMs?
That's what I'm saying. Slide in DMs, bro.
He's in his healing
Is
process.
she American?
Yeah. And she
He's
makes
in
like
what she look like? Show me what she
four
look like.
M's a year off OnlyFans.
He's in his healing process. Why
Shout
would
out
he-
to Kazumi.
Look at him, giddy. Look at him, giddy. Look at him, giddy. Shout out to Kazumi.
I think
Big
you
teeth. No, don't try to act on slide now. You were like ear to ear smiling. Shout out to Kazumi.
I smile.
Let me put this dick in your what?
Whoa.
Whoa,
That's
what?
what you want.
Didn't say any of that.
If she asked you to do content with her OnlyFans, would you do it?
I don't know.
At least he's honest.
What is
Probably.
Kazumi's Instagram?
So she was naked the whole podcast?
yeah.
Yeah, she's
butt
taking
ass.
podcast to the
Yeah.
other level.
They blurred it, obviously.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't know how we'd monetize that.
Patreon.
I have. To, I
You ever
have-
seen
Oh,
Jubilee?
yeah.
Like the videos where they try
Her
and
account, what do you mean her account's private?
I
You gotta
mean,
get Clyde to pull it.
$7.99. No, here it is. That's good.
yeah, you gotta find it. Eh?
Yeah, you gotta find it. She's shadow banned for sure.
Shadow ban. That's
I'm
crazy.
scared. She's gonna go check and see. I bet she's unfollowed me since
So you better
way
slide.
back
You
then.
better slide in quick then.
Yeah. Why should I?
Shoot
Because
your shots,
she's the one that
bro. Why
follows
not?
you.
She still follows you. I see
And
it.
Kazumi is very like she seems cool enough that like you could bag it.
Would
She's
you be
nice
I
okay,
have
titties.
belief in you.
Would you be okay with
This
having
has been the
stars
most
on the
positive
pod, though?
podcast we've had
Right?
for
Would you be
me
okay with
ever.
having stars on the pod?
Stars?
Corn stars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why not?
I don't know any corn stars. I know a couple OnlyFans girls, but not
Those
corn
count.
stars. I don't know if those really count. They're not fully committed.
She's nice titties. Clyde, if you hit this, just know you will absolutely have to discuss it on the pod. So
And
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
yeah, she's nice.
she
little
lives in
bod.
LA too, bro. Just slide in her DMs, get her to fly us all out. We'll do some content
Get her
about
to fly us all
We'll
out.
do some content about because she did that with the minorities cameraman. Like they vlogged him. Like I don't know if he was a virgin. She had sex with him, but I don't know if she took his virginity. But like they vlogged like her getting to the room and then them talking in the bed and then you know the whole
Oh,
That is so wild.
situation and then them talking about it afterwards.
I seen a video with Kazumi. It was Jubilee, and they do those things
I don't
where it's
know
like
any of these names.
it's like a thought experiment video, like, whatever. They take 5 people that look very, very different, and then they go rank
Rank it.
yourselves by who makes the most money.
money, yeah.
Who made the most stand
The
on the line.
influence it was like a social media influencers ranked by who makes the most money.
And I think,
And she made the most.
And she made the most out of all.
It was like 3 M's or something off of OnlyFans.
So I've been pocket watching.
Holla at that.
Oh yeah, you definitely talk about that one. Hit it first and then come back
Slide
to
in
it.
her DMs, bro. Do that today. Actually, do it right now. Pull out your phone.
Yeah, this has been the Relentless
I was gonna
Diaries.
say, let's do this off post pod. We'll get it disinvest. But anyways, we will be back in 2 weeks, and then we'll get a guest. Hopefully, I can get people's schedules together. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening and thanks for running up the numbers. I mean, J.Cole fans, nothing personal. OnlyFans girls, Tresor said it, not me. The men who think that Tresor hates women, it's not the same. It's not one of those. Because
Yeah,
you
it's
got a
not.
whole bunch of men in the comments like, yeah, fuck these whores. So
Yeah, I'm not one of y'all. don't.
we might be tapping into way new audiences here.
We are not.
But anyways, keep running up the numbers.
I am not your
Appreciate
leader.
y'all. And we'll be back 2 weeks.
Relentless.